All right. Welcome back. We're here. We're ready. We're live. Now we're back with more Gaunt Skull. Okay, let me turn that down slightly for you. Okay. We had to take a week off, but that's all right. We're back now. Not a problem. We want everybody to be nice and healthy and ready. And enjoying the session as much as they can. So I was just telling the gang that I burned myself while I was cooking today on my hand, on my fingertip, on the hand that I use the mouse for. So I am holding an ice pack on my hands because it is quite painful when I take it off the ice pack and the heat kind of comes back into it. But which kind of means that I'm like alternating between holding an ice pack on my finger and using the mouse. So fun. Turns out that even bones can be burned. But you might have noticed that we are no longer boneless. I fixed the issue we were having the other couple nights.
I do prefer the bone-in streams.
Good. And we're back. It's all fixed. It was just updates that things had done. I'm very skeptical of updates in general because I kind of think that most of them just make things worse. But this was a case where it was mandatory. I was forced to do the update. But luckily it fixed the issue that we were having with YouTube Studio. So we're back. And we're no longer boneless. We're boneful. Anyways, let's play D&D, shall we? So previously on Gaunt School, the party on their long and winding path to scout out a bank for the heist of the century have wound up performing some side quests and odd jobs on behalf of some of the residents of town in order to gain resources and allies to potentially help them on the day of the heist. And so, after hunting for an alchemical solution to some of the woes of the farmers down in the Stilt district of Marenhall, they ended up getting intermixed with the affairs and rivalries of many of the alchemists that live in the city of Marenhall, as Marenhall has quite a booming alchemy economy. And after agreeing with the court wizard of the Mariswa family, the noble family of Marenhall, to investigate a underground illicit alchemy laboratory that was operating in a old abandoned house, the party found themselves stepping into maybe a little more than they bargained for, as it wasn't just an underground meth lab. It was the lair of an aberrant, many-eyed creature known as Belshazzar. And upon realizing that the party were trespassing, he interrogated them just a little bit, insulted them a bit, and things got rather tense. But upon hearing some rattling, banging noises from a locked closet in Belshazzar's lab, the party decided that, well, this guy's probably not up to any good, and, well, I mean, he confirmed it himself. But the tensions turned to fisticuffs as they all drew weapons, ready to fight. Belshazzar fighting to cover up people who have discovered his little illicit laboratory, and the party fighting to not get turned into research subjects. And so that's where we return, right at the top of that fight, as they were in a bit of a standoff with Belshazzar. So, well, you guys are already there. I don't need to move you there. I need to move chat there. Chat, come with me. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, you guys made your initiative rolls last time, so we don't have to waste our time doing that. And I, like the diligent, slightly singed DM that I am, have already prepared all of those initiative counts and entered them all in. So, right off the bat, first to act is, as I believe we said last time, the tensions were rising. Belshazzar growing ever more impatient as to your endless yammering, as he might describe it, not me. And
Okay.
you all getting a little bit impatient with Belshazzar's very pretentious rambling, as well as his very obvious nefarious goals. The tensions turned to violence, and Kegox drawing your weapon, and Leah ready to fight, but Cerisa maybe cowering in the corner just a little bit, and Athena distracted by trying to open the locked door at the far side of the room with Mage Hand. The first to act is actually Leah, who was perhaps anticipating this coming to violence and was ready to go. So, Leah, what do you do?
Great question. Let's start out with something healthy. Moving away. So she's going to back
She's
up
running. She's
a little
out of
bit.
here.
Yeah, she goes, never mind, I don't want to fight this. Everyone's away. Just kidding. She is going to attempt to chill touch him. From a distance, of course. Long distance touching.
Okay.
Which is a 17 to hit.
Yep, you hit.
Nice. That's gonna be great. 8 necrotic. She crit.
Damage taken.
She's so good at
Is that one of the ones that has a secondary effect? I always forget the secondary
Does
cantrip
it?
effects
Let me
on those little
I
touch
think
spells.
that they aren't able to heal for a
That's
round.
what I
Yes.
thought.
Yeah,
Alright.
they can't heal until the next turn, and he's not undead, so it doesn't matter. Because there's another thing if he's undead, but he's not. So I'm assuming.
But he
is he?
is no. No,
I'm
he's not.
assuming. Well, if he was, he'd have disadvantage, but he's not. So.
He is not.
Damn it. Let's change that. I'll kill him and bring him back to life. But I think that's it.
Very well. Next act is Kegox.
Kegox, in anticipation of, a fight, he was tense, he was antsy the entire time, did not like what Belshazzar was saying or what he was doing. I'm going to rage. Bonus action rage, and I'm going to increase my size. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be just as big as
actually,
him.
that solves the thing I was going to ask you anyway, because I was going to ask which square you wanted to sit on, but hey, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Nope. I am a big boy. And I am going to reckless attack and try to beat him up.
Very well.
Uh, 12.
12 and a 10, insufficient. You swing, but some sort of repelling force seems to kind of glance those blows away.
Okay. I swing at him to really just draw his attention then. So that's... I want to be the next biggest thing in the room. And I'm going to trumpet at him very angrily.
Well.
Through my nose.
You just get like, did you just get like an eye roll from him?
All of them, or just some of them?
Eyes roll?
Just the main center one.
Okay, good.
It gives you an eye roll, and you hear him just mumble like, "Such theatrics."
Okay, but that's my turn.
Very well. That brings us to Anthena. But first, thank you, our venerated overlord, also known as L, one of our past players, for gifting DM inspiration. Thank you, very, very kind of you. I'm sure they'll appreciate when I use that.
Oh,
Anthena, your turn.
wait. What the I don't like that. You get to just roll like something again? Unbelievable.
Well, they can give it to you guys too. They just chose me.
Not cool. no, we're about to die. Okay, first question. Can I see a set of keys anywhere?
Make a quick perception. Since you're kind of in the middle of combat, you're just looking around. It's less of an investigation, more of a perception. So go for that.
19.
Yeah, I mean, a 19, pretty good. We will say you spot like a sort of ring of keys. There's 3 keys on it.
Fuck.
Right here.
Okay.
I'll quickly draw
Um,
that for you. Or
okay.
maybe I can just find a picture of a key. Key. That would be easy.
Ooh, okay.
We will put that right.
Okay.
Did that you can show it for me.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No one
Well.
see it yet.
Let's try again.
Oh, there it is.
A different one worked. We'll put a key, very tiny key right there. There you go.
Okay.
Now you know where it is.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Guys,
again, a ring of 3.
ring of 3. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Well, it takes my action to use the mage hand, so I think I'm not gonna deal with that right now. About how tall is this little barrier type situation?
So it's mainly just kind of like a bit of a banister.
Okay.
It's got like these sort of like column like slats along it. So it's not like an actual like wall that would block anything. But the like columns themselves are so kind of thin spaced together that like you couldn't like dive in between the columns. You'd have to jump the banister.
Yeah,
It's
can
more
I-
like a railing than a wall.
Okay, but I
um,
could jump the banister.
But yeah, it's just kind of like sitting a little bit above your belly button, just kind of waist height.
Okay.
So you could jump it without much difficulty at all. I wouldn't like
Okay.
add it into your movement.
Okay. All right. Cool. I will do that then.
Like if you were trying to go from down here to climb up it, it'd be more. But just jumping off of
Yeah,
it is
jumping
easier
off
because
of
it's a little drop down here, but not enough to affect
Okay.
much.
Cool. All right. I will do that then. Can I land like here? I know there's those little things, but
Yeah, but you know you don't take up 5 feet, so
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
not 5 feet wide.
Alright. We'll go here. That's 20. It's my movement. 35. Okay. What's this math? I think I can get there. Yeah?
Hmm?
I think. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Awesome. Cool. And then okay. Sorry, I have to read my spell. So for Thunder Wave, it's a 15-foot like square that I think comes originating from you so that's like I think we decided it was like that instead of around me.
Oh, sorry, just one sec. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Sunan, which player, Sunan? Because I'm giving you guys inspiration, so we might as well figure this out sooner rather than later, so you know. Whoever has a turn next, do you mean after Anthena, Sunan? Okay, so whoever goes after Anthena gets this. Gets the
Word.
inspiration from Sunan. One sec.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is really funny because it's like having like a timer on myself. Because when I go and search for things to click, like my finger slowly starts to hurt more and more.
Oh no! Oh
And
no!
so it's like speed running. It's like I have a timer.
Right now.
Yeah, so it's like a 15-foot cube like that, Anthena.
Okay.
And it originates
Cool.
from you, and so we can do it diagonally, but you know, you kind of want to not clip other people with it.
Yeah.
I take up a majority of that square.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm
But
not
yeah,
gonna
the way that it's generally used is basically like this kind
like
of, right?
that. Okay.
Like
so I need
that,
to
like that. It's that big cube right in front of you, because it's kind of like it's like imagine like clapping right in front of you, right? That kind of
yeah.
thing.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's fine. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that yet because I don't want to clip Kgox. Instead, I will use a charge from Rosalia to fly up to 50 feet in a straight line towards the point or target that I can see. So Obviously not 50 feet, but it'll be here. And then I'll swing on him with Rosalia.
Very well. And you can do that kind of as because you reached him within the feet, right?
Yeah. So what's
Um,
16?
Yeah, reread Rosalia.
Okay.
16 does it.
16 does it. Okay. Wait. What'd you want from Rosalia? Sorry.
Nothing. Don't worry, but I just wanted to reread it. 'Cause it's been a couple weeks
Oh,
since I wrote
sorry. Okay, yes. Apologies. While holding the weapon, you can use one action to expend one of its charges to fly up to 50 feet in a straight line towards a point or target that you can see. So yeah, I get to basically fly in the air. Anywho. And on a hit, they take extra poison damage. So let's see.
Yeah. See, because you've done that charge in the same hit, you get that extra damage. That's what I wanted to confirm.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
6
so
piercing,
that's...
and then roll your d6 poison as well.
Yep. 2. So 8
Very well.
total. All
I'm
right.
shaking.
And
Yeah, you stab into side of Belshazzar. And see a bit of kind of. His blood is a little bit odd. It's sort of like almost like oil, how it kind of has a bunch of colors mixed in.
ooh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Very well. Now, next act is actually Belshazzar, but I
Oh.
obviously, Senna did not mean that because he gifted player inspiration. So it'll go to Sarisa, who goes after Belshazzar. So mark
He
that
gets
down on your sheet
double
that she got
inspo.
Inspiration. But I just thought it was funny saying whoever goes next because I knew that he was going to go next. But yeah, we'll pass it down the line to Sarisa because obviously you meant player. Okay, Belshazzar's turn. So Belshazzar is going to. He is going to turn one of those sort of eye tendrils towards Leo.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
And it is going to force you to make a con save
Mm,
Oh.
wonderful.
Hmm.
as you feel that gaze meet you.
I rolled a 9.
That's going to be insufficient. So, as you feel that gaze meet yours, you feel it sort of like, you see the eyes sort of like flash, and it blinds you for a second. But as that flash fades, your limbs feel stiff and heavy, and as you try to move them, you find that you cannot.
Great.
Wait. That's not good.
Wonderful.
That's his turn, which brings us to Sarisa.
Okay, cool. Oh, she's she's freaking out. Did Anthena end up picking that key up?
No, it's still there. So I wonder, could I have said that I would have communicated where it was to everybody once I saw it, or?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can do it right now.
alright.
You can
Yeah,
talk out of turn, so you can just be like, "Hey, there's a key on the table, everybody."
Guys, there's a key on the table. I think it's to the door if we want to open the door.
Okay, Ceresus looks at that key. How far away is that key? Like 20 feet. Do I know what we call them status effect was put on Leah?
You can make just like a free medicine check right now if you want to try to figure out what's wrong with Leo, because you kind of notice her like stiffen up. She's not moving.
Yeah.
She's kind of standing still like a statue. It's not normal for Leah, so you'd notice something was off.
Okay, medicine check. Go, baby. Oh, that's a 20.
Nice.
That's a, what do you call it, 30, 20?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Leah seems to be under some sort of paralysis. But with your medicine check, you estimate that you could probably knock her out of it.
Knock her out of it.
And by knock her out of it, you estimate that if she took any amount of damage, she might be knocked out of it.
Slap her!
What? Get out of my head!
Pinch her, just.
But it will have to be at a minimum of 1 point of damage.
Alright. Ooh, this is tough, guys. I got a couple of things I could do. While Cereza is, like, freaking out like that, looking at the key, looking around at everybody, and spots Leah unable to move. Cereza is going to... I need a different word for scamper. What's a scared? What's a
Scuttle?
scared scuttle? Skitter.
A skitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scuttle's a crab. Scuttle, scuttle?
Scuttle, 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 scuttle.
Okay, Teresa's going to scuttle. Scamper. All I got is scampering in the brain. Oh, stop pinging. Cut that out. I have to do at least 1 damage?
Yeah, you
So
estimate
can
that
I-
you're gonna have to at least kind of like the physical harm might jolt her out of it, but you will need to actually harm her at least.
Okay, so Teresa's going to scamper over, and then gonna take her little hand and go and slap her across the face.
Alright.
Like, Leah!
So you're making an unarmed strike then.
Yes. How do I
Alright.
roll for?
Now Leah's paralyzed, so she's not making any attempt to avoid that or anything like that. And obviously
Okay.
you're friendly, so I will just let this
Okay.
auto hit because
Nice. Okay,
she's
well,
just
how much-
standing still. The likelihood of you missing is very low.
I think she could do it. I think Cereza could do it.
I mean, we can make a d20, and if you nat 1 on it, you miss, and everything else is a hit if you want. If you want it
Do I
to be, if you want to add a chance of humorous failure, I will allow that. But
Guys,
feel
how
free to just let it
pers-
auto hit, since this is a person that is physically incapable of dodging, and you are standing right in front of them.
Kind of want to know, what is there a chance for Cereza to miss? She is kind of jittery right now.
It's up to you.
Yay!
That like lingered on a 1. My dice did. Oh my lord. Okay.
So we'll say that's sufficient to smack Leah. And so you deal 3 hit points of damage with your smack. Because that's what your unarmed strike does.
Damn.
And so Leah, Leah
That
you
was almost a
are,
quarter of Leah's health.
you're
Oh my god!
He left the gauntlet on and just smacks her real hard.
yeah. Well, to be fair, yeah, Teresa is wearing a lot of jewelry, so
Yeah, she caught like 8 bangles across the cheek, and
Leah's got like an imprint of like a on her cheek of like a ring.
all right. So yeah, you take that damage, but as you sort of feel that jolt of pain across across your head, you feel function restore to your limbs. They're tingling a little bit, but you're otherwise able to move them. Teresa, still your turn. You've used your action to attack, but
Okay. Okay, so I use my action. I'll have to save the other thing I'm planning for next time. That's awkward. I don't have any bonus actions. This sucks.
Real.
I feel spoiled. My last character had bonus actions.
true. Circle of Stars Druid has a lot of stuff they can do.
Oh god, yeah.
I turn into a crocodile and death rolled. Can Ceresa just turn into a crocodile and death roll this guy, please?
Bro.
I mean, Teresa could bite somebody and attempt to roll around, but it might not be as effective.
She's more effective with her jewelry.
Anyways, anything else you'd like to do, Teresa? Should still have a little bit of movement, but
I think how... Oh, dang, how much? I was right here. Yeah, I got a little bit of movement. Absolutely. I'm gonna move. Right behind Leah.
Very well.
I'll be like, Leah, what is that thing? What do we do? And that's how I'm gonna end my turn.
All right. That'll bring us to the end of the turn order. And so upon rolling back around, I would say Anthena and Kegox. Kegox, you can determine for yourself if your rage might distract you from the finer details, but the two closest notice that one of Belshazzar's eyes kind of like slithers out a little bit and then just sort of disappears into thin air as if it's entering some sort of little wormhole.
No, what in the world?
Um,
Did you do that?
No,
And,
Kegok wouldn't notice that. He wouldn't notice that bit.
And as that happens, an eye appears on the wall.
Oh, fuck.
Which wall?
This one over here.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
As Belshazzar begins charging disintegration beam. All right,
Fun.
Leah,
I'm
your
sorry.
turn.
God,
What?
Okay. Sounds good.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Suddenly, very good that you're able to move.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not a
God!
Nice.
Yes, thank you for smacking me, Cerisa. I will be moving right here, up against the wall. I'm huddled.
It is just a railing, but
Okay, sorry, huddled up against a railing. My mistake.
I want to make that distinction. It's not a brick wall.
Of course, of course. What should I do? Should have figured this out. Probably. 15-foot cone. How big is that? Oh, okay, cool. I won't hit. No, I won't. No. What? Why is it giving me two different 15s?
It's just the angle. Angles are a little
Alright,
weird because it's
if I
not like a
angled it
fully.
like this, is it fine?
Yeah, as long as it says 15 is fine.
Okay. Cool.
It's just
I'm
handling like the shape slightly differently, but it's still giving you those 15 feet. So
Okay.
as long as the actual measurement is right, it's acceptable.
Alright, I'm gonna angle it so I don't hit Kgox. Leah is going to cast Frost Fingers at 2nd level. It is a Constitution saving throw of 13 from the Beholder.
You got an 18.
Alright, well he's still gonna take half damage, so
Very well.
he is going to take... Wow, I rolled absolutely terrible damage. It's 5, so you split that.
Alright. 2 damage taken.
Out of a max of like 24. It was 5. Terrible. Aside from
Anything
that,
else?
yeah, I think she's done.
Alright. Kgox, your turn.
Reckless, big swing, me do. That's what we're doing.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Alright. Big damage.
So
No.
let's roll that maul damage. So it is a total of 16 bludgeoning damage. I bring my maul down and I'm bringing it right into that center eye that rolled itself at me, and I just roar in anger. Roar! Bop. Is it squishy? Is it like hitting a beach ball? Like what is the feeling behind my swing?
Well, Belshazzar does sort of like move at the last second so that you don't just cut his eye in half. But you do sort of sink that damage right into his side, and there is like sort of like this scaly kind of hide on the outside, and then a bit of like kind of fleshy, almost kind of like a stomach fat kind of feeling under it, and then something
Okay.
hard beneath that, like a skull.
Ew.
Ew, gross.
Yes, damage taken.
So, I have a question. shoving is still an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't make another action, but I am going to just stay menacing on him and try to keep his focus. I know that he's got multiple eyes that can focus in different areas, but I am angry and I do not want
Yeah.
my friend hurt. So,
Yeah, the eyes are looking every which way.
okay. But yeah, I hit him really, really hard, so that's good. Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. That's the end of your turn. Then Anthena, your turn.
All right. All right. This is a big if because it depends if it. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, it depends on his save, but one damage spell that I can do, Thunder Wave, will push him 15 feet away from me. Do we want that? Do we? I know Cerisa's back there. So should I just save that? Maybe. I don't
Do
know.
what?
I could push him. Like, my thought is, what if I can push him into his own disintegration spell? But I don't know if that would work.
I don't know, Gran. Would it work?
I don't see why not.
Oh, interesting. But I don't want to. I'm sorry, Cerisa. He would be nearer to you. But you're gonna move, right?
Yeah, she's getting skedoodle.
Okay.
No, so Cerisa gets uber brave and decides, nope, this is the time to fight.
This is the time to stand. All right, I'm gonna try it. He'll probably like readjust because he has a turn, so we'll see. But I'll okay. All right, then I'm just gonna move here and cast Thunder Wave. 15-foot cube.
Yeah, we don't
and
need to
that's
measure
like
because I'm presuming you're missing
Yeah,
Dagox either way, so we don't really need to
Yes.
measure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Constitution saving throw.
Well, he rolled an 8, which I presume does not beat.
It does not hit. Huge.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, let me roll my damage. Casting this at a second level, by the way. So 15 damage, 15 thunder damage. Oh, yeah, thunder damage, and then he's pushed 10 feet away. Sorry, only 10.
Alright. I will put him here.
Okay. Not in line with his distribution, but you know, could be fun.
It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
It's a good plan. It'll throw him off his balance. All right, and nobody's low, right?
Mm-mm.
Like
Leah's the
super
only one
low?
Leah's the only one who's taking damage.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay.
All right,
Chill.
I'm a save it, but I'll save all 3 of my first level spell slots for heals in case. So okay, that's my turn.
Very well. That'll bring us to Belshazzar's turn, who's going to. You see the eye kind of dart around, drop a little sweat as to where he is, and then he's gonna move. He's gonna move back over here.
I figured, you know.
Course,
Oh,
of
it's
course.
fine. I kind of forgot that his turn was right after mine, but it's okay. It's all right. I got damage off on him. That's all that matters.
And then he's going to do some eye-based nonsense.
Oh.
All right. He's going to. One of those tendrils is still kind of half disappeared out into thin air. But another one of them is going to just carve a line right there, pointing right at you, Anthena.
Okay.
Since you were the one who just pushed him back, I think you will probably take offense to that. So it's going to be a dex save from you, Anthena.
Dex save. All right. I'm proficient. Okay, 21.
All right. Then a beam of fire shoots out across the trajectory of the eye and kind of carves this blinding white hot slag line across the stone, and then it erupts into a burst of flame, but you're able to kind of dodge it. And so you manage to step out of the way.
Yippee!
No damage taken.
Hell yeah. Gotta try better than that.
But that's actually a multi-attack, so he's going to just immediately do the same thing to this line. This line here. Oh, sorry, I had it hidden. You couldn't see the line, Anthena. I apologize.
All
But
good, all good.
regardless, you understood.
I can see this, correct? Because I'm not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Well, you can see an eye pointing at you, so yes.
Okay. So my danger sense would kick in, so I have advantage on dex saves if that's
Yep.
the case.
Yep.
All right. Wonderful.
Let's go, Kegok.
No.
Oh.
And not 20. You can't touch me.
All right. Then you also dip out of the way as a beam of white hot light carves across the room and erupts into flame after it. And so you similarly
I duck down into a crouch, like almost like a sumo crouch, and just roar up in his face like. Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
then yeah, he misses both attacks. So Sarisa, your turn.
Hell yeah.
Sarisa was left all alone. Ah!
Run, Sarisa, get out of there.
What's the range on this beamy thing? What is
I don't know.
Just get off that
Don't
top.
ask that question. Just go.
Just come down here.
Excuse me,
Okay,
sir. What you happen to know? No, I have no idea.
You can hide under the table if you want, but just get out of there.
Oh, Sarisa's gonna hide, alright. Sarisa, freaking out. Vastly at this point. Has decided that she doesn't want this thing to look at her, especially because it said that it's gonna kill basically everyone else but keep her alive, right? It's like a lab assistant,
Yeah.
I think you said. And she's like, I don't want it. Ooh. And she's gonna think to herself, what would her dearest papa do in a situation like this? And then she was going to cast Pass Without a Trace on herself.
Okay.
Is there like a... Right? How does that work, right?
So pass without trace is sort of a 30 foot range. So you can actually cast it on
Ooh.
more people if you want.
Oh, can I really?
Yeah, as long as they're within 30 feet of you and you want them to be passing without a trace.
Nice.
And
Does
then
that
what
make
it does
us
is
invisible? Yeah, what does it do?
not necessarily, but it's sort of like it's like a charm if you imagine it to be like making you less
Oh.
noticeable. So like it's not like a perfect invisibility. You can't just walk around in front of people, but if you're trying to hide from somebody, it makes you a lot more effective. It gives you a +10 to your stealth check. So
Oh.
it won't like
So-
instantly affect anything unless you're trying to hide from him. So it won't just turn Kegok invisible.
Okay. Okay.
It also means that like if you're traveling somewhere, like if you're walking through the woods, you wouldn't leave anything like behind when you're walking with Pass Without Trace on. Like you don't leave footprints and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So then would Sarisa just be less noticeable, right? Maybe
Yeah,
when-
if you wanted to try to hide from him, which would be like a stealth check.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you would-
Yeah.
You would have to make that stealth check. But with the +10, it's pretty good chances of making a good one.
I'm a disadvantage on stealth checks. That's so funny. All right.
Yeah, but even rolling twice and taking the lower one with a +10, like still quite good. That's why it's very useful for you
Yeah.
with your armor on, because you're not very good
Yeah,
at stealth, and that makes you
Okay.
still above average at stealth.
Alright, because my thought process is Cerise's gonna start doing some sneaking around. And maybe try to go for that for that key because she remembered, and Thena was pretty determined to open that door. So
Indeed.
yeah, Cerisa will go for it, casting Pass Without a Trace on herself and Leah. I don't know what that's gonna do for us. Maybe Cerisa's just, panicking. Yeah, this is like a panic cast, guys!
Yeah. Hey.
Hit the panic
So
button.
you're hitting who? Leah and Kegox too?
Not Kgox, just
Not Kgox, okay, just Leah?
Cerisa and Leah. Can I cast
Okay.
on myself?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. It's like, wait.
Like, yeah, it's any creature within 30 feet of you, which includes yourself.
Yeah, I want
Can
the
I-
big guy to see me, so
Yeah,
don't touch me with that
that's
one.
what I figured. Yeah, no. Can I cast it? Can I cast it on Cobalt too? Can Cerisa cast it on poor little Cobalt?
Yeah, for sure. While he's like on your person, I consider him like the same as like an item that you're
Oh,
holding that
nice.
would also be affected by the spells you cast. But
Okay.
Yeah. we'll include him, of course.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So I cast pass. This is a struggle. Pass Without a Trace on the two of us. Is there like a little thingy I have to put on us?
I'm just
Or-
gonna put a little
Ooh,
symbol just to remember that you got it on you too.
Nice. Okay. All right. And with that, Cerisa feels like maybe a smidge braver and is going to move. Where the frick am I gonna move? Right. 30 feet. Right there. Blah. Come here, you. Just gonna panically scamper over here. That's 30 feet, right? That was 30 feet?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you scamper across and you leap the banister off down into the laboratory below.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I start eyeballing. Cerisa starts eyeballing that key that's on the table, hoping that the multi-eyed freak doesn't see me. And that's how I'm gonna end my turn.
Cool. Then that brings us to the end of the turn order. Yay! Hooray!
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I don't like that. I don't like the joy in your voice.
Disintegration.
This is terrible.
Oh.
All right. Then you see that eye that's on the wall, that sort
Oh.
of sigil that forms the eyeball that's on that tendril emerges from that little wormhole that's been placed on the wall, and with a flash of light, integration beam
Oh.
goes off.
I didn't move far enough.
Oh God!
Wait, pause.
Shit. Guys, I have to kill myself.
Oh God!
Bye,
What
everyone.
did you just...
Bye, everyone. Goodbye.
Did you had enough feet to keep going, didn't
I did. I thought it was out of.
you?
I thought it was gonna only be
the-
3 and not 5.
That's all right. There was not much way for you to know. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, it is funny. It's fine. I'll remember you all in therapy.
So the blast of light of the disintegration beam just envelops that entire half of the room, including Leah.
Bye.
So, Leah, make a con save.
Okay. Oh, I got an 18. Let's go.
Ooh,
Alright.
Huge.
This is the biggest dub.
I have heals.
I have heals. We
Alright.
can fix her.
We can
that,
fix
is,
it.
that is going to deal 14 force damage.
Oh,
That is it cut in half.
oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
Can we
As,
heal
uh,
dust? Can we heal dust? I'm concerned.
good.
As the disintegration beam goes off, and you feel parts of your skin kind of flake away into ash, Leah. And as the light fades, so too does that sigil and the wormhole. The people near Belshazzar notice that eye now sort of pulls itself out of that wormhole and is now back at his side. The only other thing that's really changed is that all those plants are dead.
Oh
the plants!
Those are now just pots full of dirt.
Damn.
Which
Time to
actually
play
brings us
anything?
to Leo's turn.
Great.
Maybe
Chat has given you
Yes.
inspiration.
Thank you,
Aw.
chat. Thank you. Leah coughs and dust comes out.
Oh God.
No.
But she's kicking. She's kicking. So with the thought that that can't possibly happen again, she's gonna move back.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah.
Whoops, I did
Can't
not
have
mean
the
to roll
gun.
that.
in the
Ignore
same
that.
place.
Ignore that. Back it up a little.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay. So Ice Knife has a radius of 5 feet. Since he's taking up 4 squares, if I target him, it's not gonna hit Anthena or Kgox? Question mark.
Yeah,
Could be
like when a creature takes up this many spaces, I usually just like if you aim it at that corner, right, you won't hit anything else.
Okay.
So
I'ma
when a
do
creature's
that.
larger, you can kind of get around the AoE, right?
Yeah.
That's just you know
Okay.
how it would work in real life, right? You
This is true.
can aim a little bit away from him so that it doesn't go as far. Compensate for his size.
Okay. So Leah is going to upcast Ice Knife. Cast it, bitch. She rolled a 17.
Alright.
Dubs.
Yeah, so roll your damage. He failed to save also, so roll all the damage.
Okay. Great. So the first is the pierce. Oh my god, it rolled all of it. Okay.
He'll just roll it
Okay.
all, yeah.
Well, it didn't show me the rest of it, but I can read it. Nope, it went away. Okay. So 4 plus 8, so 12 damage.
Yeah, just put it at the bottom there.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading it on my D&D Beyond. Not.
Yeah, no, roll 20 gets it all.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go.
And adds it all together for you, so damage taken. Yeah, so those shards of ice kind of embed themselves into his back. Some of them kind of lodging in the little tendrils, and you see them kind of rise in the air for a little bit
Bitch.
as that kind of like opalescent kind of multicolored blood pours out in this sludge.
If someone's got a bottle, put some of that in it, would you? And no one in particular. That's it, I think.
And that'll bring us to Kgox's turn.
Okay. Reckless attack, and I'm going to smack him again.
Barrel.
All right, dice. Come on. Another net 20. Let's go.
Let's
Oh,
go.
I hate this eyeball. I'm gonna keep busting him up. Let's go. For a total of 21 points of damage.
hell yeah.
It is a.
I swing it like a baseball bat, and I just want to like hit him as hard as I can. and I want to feel that skull that I felt earlier. I want to feel part of it break. That's what I want to, like a tooth or something.
Yeah, you feel kind of like a crack as you sink that maul right into his side. In fact, you crush a few of the tendrils as well, and they kind of just fall limp, just hanging there.
And I
On
just
the,
I just
side
stare
that
at
you
him
strike.
with my red eyes, and I'm heaving and pulsing with this energy, and I just want to continue busting him up, and I give him the visual promise that I will do so again. And that is my turn.
Very well. Then we are going to legendary action.
Oh God.
Of
Of course.
I'm sorry, a what?
He's gonna legendary action his way right into the turn order right here. And one of the eyes is going to enervation beam at Anthena.
Oh, what does that mean?
Which is going to hit you.
On me! I didn't just crit twice in a row.
Yeah, like, I'm not the target here.
It's alright. We're saving that for later.
Oh, okay.
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
That is going to hit you for 7 necrotic.
7 necrotic. And there's not like a save or anything?
No, you rolled to hit that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. I will note that. Thank you.
Which brings us to your turn, then.
Okay, Leah, how much health do you have?
3.
Oh, great. Okay, alrighty.
She's chilling.
Okay, you get a healing word.
Thanks.
For 7. Not a lot, but hopefully.
Listen, she's back to half, so that's all
Hell
I
yeah.
can really
Okay,
ask for.
alright. Okay, that is that. Okay, and then I'll just, very pissed off from that beam I was just shot with, I'm gonna stab him with Rosalia.
Oh.
Fuck.
So this is just a default swipe, so it doesn't have the added damage, but
Yeah, it's a 9 hit.
9 does not hit. You swipe at him, but he hovers slightly to the side and you miss.
Well, okay, whatever. That's my turn.
Very well. That'll bring us to Belshazzar. First things first, is going to point beam at Gaunt. Con save, please.
Okay. I'm checking to see if I get any bonuses to my con saves before I roll. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't believe so either. Nope. Con save. Bop. No, that is a 6.
Alright.
Oof.
Big boy is paralyzed.
Fuck.
Upon which, Belshazzar is going to bonus action. Bye-bye.
Oh my god.
He vanishes into a wormhole of his own and reappears on the far side of the room. Which will end his turn and bring us to Sarisa.
Okay, cool.
Teresa, can you smack Kagok?
I'm sorry. Ceresa's not paying attention.
Fuck.
Sarisa,
know,
where's? I don't know where Sarisa is. She's gone. What do you mean?
Yeah, where's Ceresa?
There's not Sarisa in the room.
Okay, that's only 10 feet to get there, and then. Ooh. Okay. Will it take an action to pick up the key?
Nah. It's just grabbing it
Nah?
off the table.
Booyah.
It will take you an action if you want to like try to figure out which key it is. Like if you want to try all 3 of them
Okay.
to figure out which one, it'll take an action.
Ooh, okay. So Ceresa is gonna.
If it was just
scamper
one
over
key,
here.
it might be free, but you are already snatching it up plus trying to figure out which one. So we'll say that's an action
Yeah.
to actually open the door.
Okay, Ceresa will snag that key. Keys, plural.
Keys.
Yep, you
Keys.
snatch up the ring of keys and then
And then scamper over here with shaky
hope it's-
hands.
I hope it's not another enemy.
Oh.
I was worried to open it.
All right, guys. I'm either gonna send us to D&D heaven or save us. I don't know.
We'll see.
We die. It's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try key number 1 on this door.
All right, try that one. It's not it. Move to the next one. Try key number
Yep.
2.
Try key number 2.
All right, it's key number 3.
Awesome. Key number 3, baby.
You try them all. The first 2 don't turn at all, but the third one does, and the lock to that little closet opens with a metallic click. What do you do?
Oh, what's in the closet?
Well, do you throw open the door, or what do you do?
Yeah, I'll throw open the door.
All right.
The mage hand high
then-
five.
Yeah, free action high five. That's a lot. And as you throw open the door, you see this.
Oh my!
Oh,
What is that?
Oh,
Come
you
on.
His
see-
twin brother.
You see it. You see it kind of like gnarled. He's about the size of like a humanoid. A little bit shorter because he's kind of hunched over and he's thin, almost emaciated. But he's got all these spines across his back and has this one beady eye in the center of his face that is staring at you, Sarisa.
Teresa. He's staring back with his face of just like,
Oh, well, you can
What?
insight if you want.
yeah. Can
Shut
she,
the
like,
door.
inside? Just close the door.
Just close it again.
close it again.
Okay, insight, baby. Come on.
He's so happy to see the light of day, and we just close the door on him again.
It's a 15. Or
Alright.
I can try to roll higher. Is that good?
Well, with a 15, you look at the creature and you see that he's sort of like blinking at the light because the inside of that little closet he's locked in is rather dark. And there's almost like a panic on that beady eye as it darts around the room.
Oh my god.
So
All those-
it is
all
still
those-
your turn.
look
You've used your action and some of your movement, but still your turn.
Maybe Teresa can try talking to me. That thing looks so ugly.
You can try talking if you want.
Don't say that to him.
She's gonna look panicked at this thing. She's like, oh my god, please don't eat me. I promise I don't taste good at all.
The creature kind of like gurgles with these like sort of guttural noises that you're not able to understand. Leah, make a perception for me because you're kind of far away.
Perception. Oh Jesus! All right.
Yeah, I don't think Teresa
19.
nor the creature are making much of an attempt to be quiet, but you are a little bit further away and you're in the middle of a fight, so I had to make a perception to hear what's going on. So from the far side, you hear Teresa like make that little yelp when she sees what's in the closet, and then kind of scream at it a little bit, and then you hear those same guttural snarls and gurgles that Teresa hears. Teresa not understanding a single word, but Leah, by just weird, pure happenstance, I think you fucking speak Undercommon, don't you?
Oh, yes, she does.
So you understand him.
Oh, what does he say?
He says, "Finally, freedom."
Oh god, guy, he was stuck in that closet.
Leah will yell to Sarisa and go, Sarisa, he's not mean.
What?
Don't worry about it.
She's gonna look at this thing. She's like, what do you mean? Don't
He
worry
was
about it?"
trapped.
It's like, this is what you guys risked everything for. Open this closet for.
never judge a book by its cover, Sarisa.
I'm judging so hard because now we have to fight him, and she's gonna
No,
like. Now she's throwing her arms at the. Oh my god, how do you pronounce big guy's name?
Belshazzar?
Big eyes.
Oh,
Bel-
the actual name.
One more time.
Belshazzar?
Belshazzar. Yeah, she's gonna. You guys wanted to open this closet. Now we have to fight him. She's motioning at Belshazzar.
We also have to get those supplies. It's not just about the closet. Oh my.
Oh, he's so silly.
Smiling.
He's so cute.
He's
Look
just a
at
little
you.
feller. Just a little
Okay.
A
fella.
little guy.
Yeah.
And then that's how Cerisa's gonna end her turn.
Okay, yeah.
Panicking.
Wait, you should move.
Oh wait, move?
Well, I have a feeling that disintegration ray is about to come to this side of the arena. That's metagaming,
Oh.
though. I don't actually know that.
Nah, Cerisa's like.
I don't think it's that metagaming. Because
Because he did move.
he's following the same pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, is
So I don't
he?
think it's that
Oh,
metagaming. Because he
wait.
when he cast it last time, he paralyzed somebody, made sure he wasn't in the beam, then then did it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's done that the exact same pattern this time, so I don't think it's
Yeah.
metagaming. If you
25.
instinctively understood that, and Thena would too.
Okay. All right. Well then,
Oh, booyah.
yeah. That's
Cerisa can't
setting
really-
character. Cerisa, maybe get out of here.
What? I think she moved 10 plus 15. That's. Oh my god. Are you serious, with me? Brain tired. 10 plus 15 is 25, so she can only move like.
Yeah, you got basically another step and pick another square to walk to.
Yeah, she's gonna like step away, like, yeah, that thing looks like it would nibble her ankles or something.
Very well. So, if that's the end of your turn, then next thing that's going to happen as we reach the end of the turn order is one of those tentacles, Leah, is going to enter a wormhole. And we get another arcane sigil on the wall. As Belshazzar readies the integration beam.
It's great.
And then we will say, since you just freed him, we'll give the Nothic, which is what that creature is, a turn right now.
Oh.
Upon which he is going to look across the room, kind of in a panic. He moves very almost like kind of anxiety-ridden. He's kind of twitching and jerking, and as he gazes across the room, you see his eye kind of flick to everybody, to you, Cerisa, the giant mammoth, to Anthena, to the arcane sigil on the wall. Upon which he screams out, which only Leah understands, "Oh, hells, not the disintegration beam!" Upon which he runs fast and skitters up here. Kind of climbing with all of his claws on his hands and feet. Okay,
Wow.
that'll bring us to Leo's turn.
Alright.
Could you give Kagok some damage? Because
Yeah.
he goes before me and he'll need to move next turn.
The classic turn order conundrum. I love it. Suddenly it matters what turn we act on.
It does. It does.
At least we got to see what's in the closet, guys.
At least we
Alright,
got to
Leo?
see.
He's gonna be your new friend, Cerisa. He's gonna be your new friend.
How
Oh my
how
God,
bad
she's-
does Mr. Beholder look right now?
He's bleeding. He's breathing a little harder, but otherwise he's not on his last leg. To
Okay.
use a turn of phrase that does not apply to him.
His last eyeball. Nobody laughed, so I have to leave now. Sorry. I had an idea, but I don't know how it will work.
Only one way to find out.
Okay, you don't have to answer this question, but is he immune to being charmed? Question mark.
Presuming you mean Belshazzar?
Yeah.
You could make a rather difficult nature check if you want
Sounds good.
to try to determine a bit about resistances of creatures like this. Mainly
I got
just
a
because
21.
I think your domain, you kind of deal in like creatures, right?
Yes.
So I think, you know, it's within your realm to try. All right. Yeah, with 21, we'll say that you estimate, judging by the fact that he appears to be using his mind to control a whole lot of eyes and process a whole lot of information at once, he's probably very resistant to mind-altering effects,
Okay. Okay.
judging by his
Oh.
biological processes.
Yeah. I was gonna try and sleep him, but probably stupid. In that case, he's getting frost fingered, guy.
Oh, you don't have to say it like that.
Why did
Yes, you do. It's funny that we say it
It's
again.
funny every time.
I didn't
All
get
right.
that
well,
added ED? You didn't need to.
yeah, you frost finger Belshazzar from behind. What?
What?
Wow.
Oh,
But he rolls a 17, which I assume beats.
yeah.
So roll your half
He's
down.
still
Oh
gonna
my
take
God.
damage. Yeah.
This is
Nice.
horrible.
It's beautiful. What are you doing?
Why is Leah trying to riz up the beholder?
He's got like
Uh,
magical knowledge and he's super experienced and stuff.
He's trying to also kill us, but you know.
Was that less?
That's
7? Was that
fine.
your? Was that your?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm mistaken.
Aside from that, though,
Alright,
Um,
let's cut this anyway.
just getting back up. I think that's it.
Alright. That'll bring us to Kegox.
I am paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anthena, your turn.
No, no!
Wait! Oh my god! So there's nothing that can be done? I mean, I
Well,
know if I
I-
hit it. Yeah,
My rage
Run
ends
away and
because
throw
I
something
didn't
at him.
attack anything this turn. At the end of my turn, so my
Aw.
rage ends.
Alright. Since you are incapable of moving, I'll just put you there. I won't let you decide what spot.
Smack him with your shoe, Anthena.
No,
As you
no,
run
I'm,
by.
not- I'm gonna hit him, but he won't be able to like move regardless.
Nope.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that can help with that. Okay, well, anyway, I'm assuming that I saw what happened with Sarisa and Leah before, right? And I would recognize that in Kegox, right?
The whole hit them to free them.
Yeah.
If you didn't, it wouldn't be impossible for Sarisa to just scream about it.
True. Sarisa,
There's,
what do I do? What's wrong with Kegox?
Hit him!
Hit him!
Hit him!
Okay. And I will hit him. Unarmed. Actually, no, won't do any damage. I'm gonna ram
Yeah,
you.
the only time in which you can't unarmed strike is if your unarmed strike deals 0 damage. You just have to
Okay,
deal
it
at some point.
does. So he will be rammed.
Yeah, I was wondering if you forgot, Leah.
Uh,
Was that your damage?
no, sorry, my bad. I rolled the wrong
Okay.
one.
Yeah, don't worry about hitting because he's a mammoth that is not moving. So I
But
don't think it's that hard. You can do the same thing if you really want to, as Sarisa, where you take a willing
it
catastrophe
doesn't matter.
chance. But
What? I do 0 damage if I roll it. Because my RAM is -1, so
Oh.
that sucks.
Whoops.
Alright, well,
Uh,
he's still paralyzed then.
uh,
Don't worry, Anthena. I'll deal damage to him.
Luis and Anthony are like, hit him! It is, you didn't hit him hard enough.
she tries. She even does the full like she stamps her foot and tries to ram into you, but she kind of bails at the last minute because she's
Yeah.
scared of hurting Keggox. So
Yeah, at the last second.
yeah, at the last second, it's like, I can't do it. And instead, shit, bro, I don't know if there's anything I can do.
He would want you to get to safety.
I'll heal you. I will heal him. I promise. Fuck. Okay. All right. How much? All right. Well, in that case, yeah, I'll get to here. Make sure I can actually do that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. And it's my attack. I'll give as she runs up and is like, I'm so sorry, Keggox, I'm sorry. She will give you a bardic inspiration. So yeah. Use that in some way.
Whoa.
Girl.
Oh god. That sucks, dude. The one time I need to not roll a 1 on a d4.
Alright, that'll bring us to Belshazzar's turn.
Oh no.
It's gonna move here.
Okay.
And then he's going to roll to hit with something called Repulsion Beam. Anthena?
Oh, no. Well, that's not good, is it?
That sounds bad.
I wonder what that could do.
But he rolled a 6 and he missed.
Ooh.
So you duck out of the way of a beam of purple light that, as you kind of notice as it flies through the air, you see it like carry like dust particles along with it, as there's this almost like gust of wind that just rockets across the room.
Ooh. Okay.
Wow, he plays dirty. What in the world?
I did kind of piss him off in the beginning. It's kind of my fault.
That'll bring us to Ceresa's turn.
Oh,
And Belshazzar has
man.
rolled terribly.
He had it coming. He's a meanie weenie.
It's got to go back to the
Oh.
training lab, man.
Oh, Ceresa can't even reach.
Get out!
Keggox.
Get out of the way of the beam. I don't think I can. I talk when I'm paralyzed or no?
I would say that you can like grunt through gritted teeth.
Okay, Keggox grunts and he moves
So,
his
you know,
eyes like
a couple words, but not enough to
yeah.
have a big speech.
Move, move.
Ceresa.
I will say it'll
and-
take an extra 5 feet to clamber up that wall, since it's a little higher to climb up it than to jump down, right?
Just
so-
say the truth, Gran. It's because Ceresa's short. Just.
Well, in general, anybody who is moving up like that would take the extra 5 feet. But
Okay, so. it'd
so
be
like moving
20.
15 feet like that would be 20 feet essentially.
Okay, 20 feet. Man.
Yeah, you just add an extra 5 for the climb up.
Okay. Ceresa will take Keggox advice and like scamper, like wiggle, clamber over into the pot.
Yeah, it's just a pot of dirt. No plant there anymore.
Oh yeah, there's no plant. And she's like sitting in this dirt. She's like, ah! She looks at the whatever creature this is.
Yeah, he's like ducking down, kind of like hiding, putting like this table in between him and Belshazzar, and hiding behind the back of the chair. But he also similarly like jumps in startled surprise as you come up behind him.
And she's like, oh gosh, what do we? Okay, you're not gonna eat me. Fine. You better not change your mind later. You know what's funny, guys? Teresa hasn't done any damage this whole fight.
Okay, save your
No time
spells
like the
for
present.
healing Tagogs, because
You
No,
could
no,
you could
she
throw a
did do
dagger.
damage.
You could throw a
She
dagger at me
absolutely
and
is.
deal damage.
Oh,
Yeah, but are you
But I
gonna
can't
be
tell
able
you
to...
that.
What?
Well, I won't.
That's
I'll be
true.
able to dodge if I'm not paralyzed. I'll be able
Yeah.
to dodge.
Oh
would
my
be helpful.
gosh. Ooh.
Yeah,
Do
it
I
will allow
have
him to
damage?
actually make the save.
Ooh, okay.
Otherwise, he's auto-fail on that one.
yeah.
Mm,
Which we don't know how much it'll do.
Susie
Yeah.
does have a dagger. Can she throw it? Even...
It should say a range there beside the dagger. I think
20.
it's just shy. Yeah, it'd be a harder throw because he's far
Okay.
away.
Okay. But yeah, Ceresa's gonna be looking around and seeing that thingy and remembering what happened to Leah. She's like, oh gosh. 20, right? I just went 20, so I have like 10 more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. If I move there, how much is that?
It would still just be shy of it.
Dang it!
You moved
Oh, yeah.
there. You would
How
still
much
just
is your
be shy.
movement? Is your movement
Oh.
only 30?
Yeah, movement's
Oh,
only
okay.
30.
You could alternatively
Please.
use like an offensive cantrip.
Yeah.
It would do
I'm
more
only-
damage to him potentially.
Yeah.
But it
That's
would
what I'm-
be.
But it would
Right,
also
that's
let him make
better
a
than-
save, which might still help him in the long run. It's a bit of a
Yeah.
toss up on that.
Oh no. And my least damaging one is Sacred Flame. Awesome.
Well, he can't move, so he'll auto fail the dex. So just roll the
Mhm.
damage on it if you want to do it.
Okay. She's
Roll
gonna
low.
peek- Roll low. Okay, she's gonna peek over and she's like, I'm so sorry, King Ox! Sacred Flame!
Alright.
And I'm gonna do damage.
It's so funny to hear players
Oh.
cheering for low damage. Low damage, low damage.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a 5.
Oh, his rage is gone though, isn't it? Oh, that's radiant anyway.
It
never mind.
wouldn't matter,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
That wouldn't have mattered.
Alright.
Yeah.
5 damage. You are unparalyzed. Okay, Gaunt?
Okay, but you have Bardic for the save, so
It's
Sweet.
true.
Thank you. And because I'm not paralyzed anymore, I'm no longer incapacitated. I get my danger sense if it's dex based. Is it dex based? I forget if it was dex based.
Oh no, it
Uh,
wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay, then never mind.
All right. Anything else, Sarisa? You've used a action cantrip and most of your movement, but you can still do bonus actiony stuff. Not that you have many of those, so I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Cereza could like look at the creature.
Something to keep in mind when you level up.
Yeah. Ooh. Keep what in mind?
That you lack
Uh.
bonus action stuff, which, to be fair, clerics in general kind of usually do, but something to keep in mind.
Ooh. Bonus action.
Look for
Um.
when you're picking new spells next time, you can pick new spells. Good thing to keep in mind is to make sure you can do as much as possible in your turns, right?
Okay. Yeah. So I will be looking out for those bonus actions, whatever.
Yeah,
Bonus actions
good idea.
I can get. Yeah.
Anyways, but besides that, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yeah, she's gonna look at the thing. She keeps forgetting that she can't understand this. She's like, "What? Why were you being kept in that closet?" Right?
Yeah, the creature doesn't really seem to comprehend you. He kind of looks at you and he cocks his head to the side and
Yeah,
says
she's, like,
something that you
motioning
don't
at the-
understand.
She motions at the closet, right? Closet! Why were you in there? There's a. Ooh.
Leah, you can kind of overhear the conversation because they're not really making any attempt to be quiet. The creature speaks, though it doesn't really seem to be addressing necessarily like answering Teresa's questions. Instead, it says, "What manner is this? Why can't I understand your speech?"
Ooh.
Hmm.
Interesting. But yeah, Cerise's just gonna be like pointing and throwing her arms at that closet, like asking. It's not she.
Yeah, the message
Ooh.
isn't really getting through.
Yeah, and she's going to. That's how I'm gonna end my turn.
Very well. Then, in order of what we were doing with our turns last time, next thing to happen will be disintegration beam.
Disintegration.
Let's go.
beam!
Okay.
Alright.
Hold
And
fast,
so,
Giga.
another flash of light. The entire bottom half of the room is enveloped in light. This kind of sickly lilac light. So Kagax, con save, please.
Ooh.
And your bardic. Okay.
How much do I have for the bardic?
It's a d6.
12.
All right. That will be insufficient.
Oh, fuck, it hurt.
No.
Why'd you freeze it like that?
Only just barely, but it
Oh.
will be insufficient. All right. Got some damage rolls to do.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, Giggles. I'm
Rolls
sorry, I
up.
forgot on my turn. I'm sorry.
I reminded you! Olivia, I literally said!
I forgot.
You said 2 damage to him, and you said,
I
no,
She
I
got
won't.
distracted by
No, no,
her
no, no.
joke
You
about
said-
cross fingering people.
Oh my god!
Ironically, that if Kagax's turned to dust, it was because Leah wanted to.
Because I wanted to cross finger the beholder. Alright.
Oh my god!
Sorry, it's all my fault. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right. That is. That is 25 force damage.
Holy crap.
That was a lower roll
I'm-
than last time.
I am at 2 health.
Oh, spicy.
Really?
I wasn't sure I wasn't counting what Sarisa left you at, so that was spicy. For the uninitiated, disintegration rays, you don't come back from those. You just turn to dust and you're gone.
Oh. What?
Oh wait, like you don't even
There's no body.
Yeah, you're dust. You are dust.
Oh my god!
Fuck.
Okay, guys, no more jokes about frost fingering. All right, lock in.
Let's not go lock in, Leah.
I'm locking it. I'm locking it. I'm locking it. I'm
Lock
locking it.
it.
I'm locking it. I'm locking it.
And so as the light fades, you see Kagax, who is just like covered head to toe in ash, so much that his black fur is almost completely white.
Oh,
And he is kind of woozy and wobbling on his last legs, but still standing strong. Upon which, that will bring us to our little frantic Nothic fellow, who, still kind of ducking down behind this chair, using it as cover, is going to peek up with his eye, mumble something that Teresa, you don't know what the hell he's saying, but Leah, he says, "You kept me captive," and then he sort of like squints with his eye a little bit, and you see this flash of green light. And he's going to cast Rotting Gaze.
Get his ass.
And Belshazzar rolls a 9, fails the save. And so the Nothic is going to deal 9 necrotic to Belshazzar. As you see
yeah.
that Rotting Gaze kind of start to peel away parts of his scales and flesh. And that'll be the Nothic's turn. We'll roll us all the way back around to Leah.
Like, all right. Leah is not fingering him.
Go ahead.
She's going to touch him instead.
Oh my god.
She's going to 20. So.
All right. He'll take that damage.
3
Oh.
necrotic.
God have mercy.
And that's the heal one, right?
What?
or it's what would you use?
Oh, I used chill
Chill
touch. Yeah, he can.
Stops him from
Yep.
healing. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it. She's apologizing profusely to Kgox also.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, Kgox, your turn.
I take the brunt of that blast, and I myself am amazed I'm still standing. I felt like I had visited my gods for a moment, and I shake off some of the ash, but most of his hair is now like permanently whitened as he stares at the creature. I'm gonna bonus action rage and become Lorge once more.
I'll just put you back to where you were standing.
Okay,
Like
that's
so.
fine. And I am going to charge in to here, and
Girl.
I'm going to reckless attack him.
Go for it.
18.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll your damage.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. I feel the weight of my hammer comfortably in my hands, and I swing at him again as
Very
I'm
well.
ashy and dusty and I'm not really bleeding. I'm more like on fire because I get hit with like sacred flame and disintegrate. I'm just
Yeah, you have sort of like burns, though there was never any fire that hit you. You've got kind of these raw sections of your skin. But yeah, so you crack Belshazzar in the head, gripping down on your maul. Sort of the last thing keeping you on your feet is that strength of that maul in your hands. You crack Belshazzar in the side of the head, and he's now like pouring blood down that side of his head. He looks quite worse off. A lot of his like tendrils are just hanging limp now, and so like a lot of you, he's similarly quite wounded, but still in the fight.
I find that weak spot and I just target that weak spot. I'm going to crack him like an egg and pour his yolk all over the ground. That is
Fair
what
enough.
I am intent to do. And that's my turn.
Then that'll bring us to Anthena's turn.
Okay, I think Athena this whole time has been like nervously looking back at Kgox, hoping that he doesn't get hurt, and then he immediately gets hella hurt. So she's flipping out a little bit. She's like, oh my god, Kgox, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And she will healing word. Fuck. Okay, that's only 4. You'll get another one next round. And like fully like just kind of puts her arm on your arm. She doesn't need to do that. It's not a touch based spell, but she's like trying to help. And then after that, I think she's like she realizes it's time to fucking lock in. She's locking in. So she turns back to this bitch and fully goes like Rosalia is like it's a rapier, so it's not a slash weapon, but she goes full like hardcore, like I don't know. She's wielding it like it's an axe, but it's not. And please let me hit. Fuck. Never mind. Is not using proper techniques and completely misses him. So never mind.
I'm not
She
quite
got
used
too
to the
into it.
weight of the new blade.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she. You can't be too angry with rapier. You gotta hit him straight on. So
Yeah, it's precision.
it's precision, and she's not. She's too angry right now. So misses him, but looks very menacing doing it.
End of your turn.
Yeah. Bonus action. Yeah.
Alright. Then that'll bring us to Belshazzar, who, looking rather wounded, summons up as you see another little wormhole in front of him open. And actually, this time, one of his tendrils pushes a book through it, and he now holds a book in front of him. And you can see his eye kind of like frantically darting across the pages. He's breathing heavy. He's clearly quite worse for wear. at the moment, almost in a desperate bid to survive this fight. And you see him flipping those pages with his telekinetic powers, looking for the right spell. And when he finds it, he begins to read it off in a tongue that I don't think any of you guys speak. No.
If it's not common or Sylvan, I don't speak it.
Common, Draconic, Giant,
nope.
and Loxodon. So
Nobody speaks it. So
What's
in a
the
tongue that
one?
nobody recognizes, he speaks out a spell, and then as soon as he finishes that last word, there is a pulse through the entire room. Everybody
Oh.
make intelligence saves, including Mr. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck, dog. Oh god.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
cooked.
Teresa's got a
16. I am very intelligent.
5. Uh-oh.
He's come out of
I
his
do
near-death experience just
Inspiration!
Just
super
smarter.
Using your inspiration sense.
Yeah, I use my
It's
inspiration!
not gonna matter.
Oh
No!
The only person to save is Kgox.
Because I'm
no!
mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm mad. And smart.
Everybody else is going to make a weapon attack with
No.
whatever weapon you're holding against the ally
No.
closest to you. Leah, you are not standing next to anyone. You just swing at the air and you are fine.
Nice.
Oh.
Fuck!
Sarisa, attack the Nothic. Nothic's gonna scratch at you, and Thena attack Kgox.
Oh my god!
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Remember, I have
Oh,
damage
you're
resistance.
so low!
I have resistance.
I hope I roll bad like I did on the enemy.
Ooh, wait. Attacks on me have advantage too. Shoot, I'm raging. I reckless.
You
Shoot.
reckless? Oh fuck!
Well, of course I reckless. I wanted to hit him.
No, I know. You're evil.
Listen to him!
If I kill
Listen, I'm
Chaos,
playing
I mean,
fair, okay? I'm playing fair. It's fine.
yes. Okay. All right. Fuck.
Yes,
What's
I
your
respect
AC?
calling that out. Jotun, thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your AC?
14.
Fuck. Okay, so I for sure hit. Hope I
Mhm.
don't crit. Okay, I don't, but I do hit you.
7 damage.
Shit. Do we
Cut in half.
realize what we're doing
what,
in this
what,
moment?
type, what
Cut in
type
half
of
with
what
your
type
rage.
of damage?
It's
Oh,
piercing,
yeah.
so cut in half with your rage.
So 7 down to. Do we roll? Do we go
No,
low or
here's-
do we go high?
We always
No,
roll
no,
down
no.
in
That
D&D.
wasn't the damage. The
That wasn't
damage
the
is
damage,
11.
sorry.
So,
The 11
Yeah.
is cut in half.
yeah. To
So is it 5 or
5?
6?
It always rolls down in D&D. Everything rolls down.
So
So
5.
Rounds down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I am at
Yes,
Are you
1
at
hit
2?
point. I am at 1 hit point.
Oh my god! Do we realize what we're doing?
And Thena,
or just-
you feel this blinding pain in your head as this spell pulses off and strikes you, and you're not able to ward off that, and it sort of like completely envelops your mind, almost to the point where you like are just so focused on that headache that it feels like you almost like skipped a minute of your life. And when the headache
Oh.
fades, your blade is stabbed into Kgox
Shit.
as your hands move on their own. We resolved that one. Sarisa, please strike the Nothic.
What?
And Thena, if you had rolled 1 point higher, I'd be at 0. So
Oh
I
my
thank
God.
you for rolling.
Oh,
Yeah, I had
Okay.
6 hit points total. Yeah.
do I roll
with-
with my mace?
Yeah, whatever you kind of have equipped as your melee weapon, which is your mace. So just roll to
I'll
hit.
Roll that.
Right next to your mace, there's that +4, so you roll to hit with that. See if you hit him.
Oh, there it is. +4. Oh, that's an 18. That thing is gonna get clonked.
Alright, yeah, you do hit him. So roll your damage.
Sorry,
Which
little
is
man.
right next to that.
3. And then it's 1d6 +2. So that's
Yeah, just click the thing next to the
Five. Oh.
+4. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So it did the
Right.
math for me? I don't have to do math? Awesome.
Yeah, that's the appeal of D&D. To be honest, that you don't have to do that. Right. So yeah, you clobber the Nothic over the side of the head with your mace, and you kind of cause a little bleed that trickles down his forehead. But he is also similarly slashing at you, so you're in the same boat here. He's gonna hit you for 6 slashing as he slices at you with his claws.
Ooh, 6. Oh. Dang. Dang, he got some sharp claws. What in the world?
And then as all that resolves, Leah just swings her staff in the air and nothing happens.
Just angry swinging.
Great
just-
job, great job.
Thanks, guys.
but as you all sort of return to your senses and that pain in your heads fades away, you actually notice that the book in front of Belshazzar that he just used to cast that, like, just turns to embers and ash as it burns away, and disintegrates itself as this smell of like smoke and brimstone fills the air.
Ooh.
Well, at least it was
Won't
one
be-
use.
Yeah, you won't be doing that again, guys.
Let's hope not.
I am highly intelligent.
That's the end of Belshazzar's turn. So Sarisa, it's now your turn. So you just sort of come out of this blinding headache and realize that you've just swung your mace at the nothing in front of you, who is similarly now just staring down at his own hands and looking at the claws and then looking back up at you and realizing that he has just sliced you. And he's mumbling something in that gurgling speech that you don't understand.
Alright, cool. So, Sarisa, after also witnessing Kagox get engulfed by that beam of light and just staring at him when he was standing there, his fur all white, and she could just feel it. That he was so close to just not being there after that blinding white light, right?
Mhm.
Then she just like kind of for a second and took a swing at this creature, and like for the first time in maybe, I don't know, maybe her whole life recently, up in her belly, she can feel something bubbling,
Mm-hmm.
hot, and filling her with so much anger that she, instead of scampering to hide, gets closer.
Bold! Bold!
Sarisa!
And she points a finger at this thing and doesn't say a word as a bell tolls in the air. Sarisa, cast Toll the Dead, please.
Feels that.
It's a wisdom thing?
Yeah, he
Oh,
failed to
maybe
save.
that was- He failed to save? No way.
Oh yeah, he rolled a 3.
Alright. Okay.
Even with his
it's
wisdom
got-
buff, it's not gonna beat that.
Nice.
Oh, booyah. Guys, let's go. It says if they have missing hit points, it actually
And
does
yes?
a 1d12.
Yes.
How do I
Yep.
roll that?
Yeah. So you're gonna roll the 12 instead.
Oh. That's a 10, baby.
Ooh.
Ooh, let's go!
Let's
Alright.
go.
And damage taken. So as that bell chimes, Belshazzar like kind of panicked, looks around for what even made the noise, but then as that like rotting necrotic damage hits him, as he hears the chime, like parts of his scales and his tendrils start to like rot away as he begins to like decay right in front of everybody's eyes. And so he looks around in a panic as some of his tendrils just like fall right off and drop to the ground and wither away into desiccated husks. And he now looks very bad off, just barely alive. So that brings us to the end of the turn order, unless you have anything else to do, Sarisa.
She's locked in, guys.
Hell
And she's-
yeah.
Get it.
Angry.
Yeah.
Get him.
That's
him.
right.
Then
yeah, that's
as we're
fine.
back around to the turn order reset, that'll bring us actually to the Nothic's turn, incidentally enough.
Oh.
And actually, I think, you know what? I think he would watch what Sarisa just did, and see that she was similarly hiding, but stood up and faced him sort of head on. And even though she was obviously displaying fear, she stood up bravely and attacked. And I think he's going to also stand up at his sort of full height, and charge up one last rotting gaze.
Would be poetic justice if he kills him with those.
Which he hits with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
deals
Go, little
one,
guy.
2. He deals 11 necrotic as that beam smashes into Belshazzar. And actually, only one to understand it, Leah. You hear him as he kind of stands up. It starts out as like a little bit of a mumble. He's still kind of like anxiously mumbling under his breath, and then it gets louder, and he goes, "You took my house and held me captive, and then the beam of light just slams into Belshazzar, and you just see him wither and wither and wither as all this necrotic damage meets that gap in his skull that Kegox has cleaved. And Belshazzar seems to just rot from the inside out.
Whew. That's
And he
brutal.
just decays in front of your eyes. All of those little tentacles, the fleshy tentacles dropping away and kind of squirming like worms as they wither. And by the time he rolls to a stop on the ground, he is just a skull. And you all breathe a sigh out as the room falls silent.
Kagox loses his rage, and he goes to pick up his foot as if he's going to break the skull of Belshazzar, and staggers backward, trying to use his maul as like a cane, and then just falls down the stairs.
Oh, fuck. Okay, and Tina heals him twice. She has dropped her sword.
Kegox takes 1 bludgeoning damage for falling down the stairs, and he instantly dies.
Immediately, I would have done it. Immediately, I would have done
It's
it.
all good. It's all good.
Okay, that's fucking
Yeah, so Kegox collapses at the bottom of the stairs, but you run to
Yeah.
his side and
12,
pick
12,
him up
12
with a
HP.
bit of healing magic.
Yeah, and Thina like completely dropped her sword after she saw that she attacked Kegox, so she has just been it's up here. It's on the ground. And yeah, she heals you using all my spell slots, by the way. Let's not get into another fight, guys.
That was pure coincidence that it rolled around to the Nothic for that moment, but it was nice.
Awesome. Story rolls, baby.
Yeah. It's poetic justice. That's what it is.
Poetic
Yeah,
justice.
that was
That's what I'm
sweet.
saying. I love when a captive gets to kill their captor. Awesome stuff.
Beautiful.
Real. So, as the room is silent and only a large, very misshapen skull remains with that one big crack down its side, what do you all do? Kegox, you're still kind of probably feeling pretty rough, but you're
Oh yeah, I'm
stable. You're stable.
I'm laying on the ground. I'm breathing. I don't look great. I don't look great.
And Thina's on. She's like at your side, fully also on the ground.
Is
The,
he dead?
What?
Is he dead? Kegox is asking Anthena and Leah, and then if
Yeah, and Thina will
is
look up
dead.
at Leah. She did not even consider to check.
Leah is checking.
Well, he's just a skull, so probably
True.
Leah.
Leah is attempting to pick up the skull.
Well, it is about the same size as you, so
She's trying.
you do not succeed in picking it up.
She's just like gripping onto the eye socket. Like,
I
Because,
will pick
again,
it up for you
he is-
later.
He's mostly head, so his skull is the size as he is.
Leah has stuck her head inside the eye socket.
No, in fact, you kind of glance up and you question whether that skull could even fit through the trapdoor hatch.
Oh wait, she has a spell for this. Wait, no, she doesn't. She used the spell slot.
We can rest and come back.
It's true.
The Nothic just kind of collapses into one of the chairs nearby at the table there and just starts pouring himself wine.
Okay, I mean he deserved it. Yeah, good for him.
Leah is using her arcane recovery to get a spell slot back so she can shrink the head.
Very well.
Do I see the Nothic drinking? Do I see him drinking?
If you're lying down, probably no, just because of the angle.
Okay.
But once you stood up, definitely.
Okay, I'm just gonna continue to lay down then.
Very well. We can say that you all kind of take a second to get a bit of a breather after the harrowing fight you were just in. But as you all kind of recover, Leah, you complete your little arcane recovery.
Yeah. She's
Um,
shrinking the skull.
what do you all do?
You all fought bravely. I am honored and proud of you, my battle sisters.
Athena cries and gives you a hug.
Oh, it's tender there. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. So she like loosens her grip a little bit and just kind of grabs onto your arm, hoping that's better. It's probably not.
He's just like how has the disintegration like affected him? That and the radiant energy and stuff like that. Like I understand like healing will take away like things of that sort, but that was a lot of disintegration damage. Like
Yeah, I would say that between the two effects, even though they're now kind of like stabilized, you have like a lot of burns, so you're sort of missing patches of fur. Some patches have been kind of turned white, and so you're sort of like covered in what look like pretty severe burns. But after the healing magic is sort of placed on them, they kind of scar over a little bit. So they're tender and it kind of hurts to move, but you're stable. You're not actively dying.
okay, I like to think that now thematically he's got like ashy white streaks along like his back and one of his sides, like one of his arms, from when he took the brunt of the damage. Maybe like some of it like across his face now, like near his eye and whatnot.
I love a visual change to represent something that happens narratively. God, it's my favorite.
Everybody else, what do you do?
Skull.
Cerise
It's mine
is
now.
very quiet.
Skull, it's fun now.
So you want to shrink the skull down then?
Yes, please.
Okay. Very well.
Yoink. Skull for me.
Yeah, so you cast a spell on the skull and shrink it down to a small enough size that you can hold on to it. And put it in your bag or whatever. Well, I don't know what you want to do.
I'm putting it in my
Okay.
my skull now.
When you are done with that, I want one of his teeth as
Okay.
a trophy.
Yeah, of course. You you definitely deserve it.
Now, I will say, enlarged juice does last for 1 minute, so You might want to take it out of your bag
I'm throwing
soon
it. No, I'm
before
throwing it. I'm
you
throwing
lose
it through the
that bag.
trapdoor. I'm throwing it through the trapdoor, so when it
Yeah,
opens, it's
that's what I was thinking. But yeah, okay. So you toss it up like a basketball
Yep.
through the open trapdoor, and you just hear like crash as it hits a pot in the distance.
nothing but that.
Pot noise.
Roll for free throw.
MP3.
Leah just dunked on us, bro. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Leah's
Whoa.
baller. She's also gonna go talk to the Nothic. Nothic. Is that how you say it?
Yes. So as you make your way over to the Nothic, it's just Gothic with an N instead of a
Oh,
U.
okay.
As you make your way over to this creature, he's kind of hunched over the table, and he pours himself wine, and then drinks it, and then just spits it out like it tastes terrible. And as he spits it out, he kind of mumbles, which again only you're able to understand in under common. He says, "What? Why? Why does wine taste awful now?"
Leah kind of looks at him and goes, I don't want to intrude. Why were you in that closet? Do you know?
The thing, the beast, the bastard, he came to my house, and he what? Oh, what did happen? What? And he kind of like squints his eye a little bit. This when? And I remember there was pain, and he kind of like almost looks like he has a bit of a headache. He kind of clutches his hands with one of the claw like talons that he has on his hands. Why can't I remember?
Well, perhaps it was some time ago. Possibly. If I can't remember things, it's been a long time. So.
How? I don't even know how long I was trapped there.
I wish I had an answer for you. Out of character, what year are we? What year are we in?
don't worry about that. He just has no conceptualization of
Okay.
It's
Sounds
me
good.
saying I don't fucking remember off the top of my
No,
head.
that's cool.
And I don't want to go
That's
look
cool.
it up because it will take me
Okay.
a second, and
No,
I'll have
that's
to take
real.
my hand off
Alright.
the ice pack.
Okay. Keep your hands on the ice pack.
So you inform him of what year it is.
Yes. But here's the year. That's what year it is. I don't know if that helps you at all, but
I don't. All I remember is that big eye, and then a lot of pain, and then the darkness, and the closet, and then the lights, and then he points over towards Teresa.
of course. Well, she's the one that opened the door, although it doesn't seem like she can understand you much.
But you can. Why can't she understand me when I speak? Does she not speak common?
You see, I fear that we are not conversing in common at the moment. Although it is a language I am familiar,
Like-
yes.
Brings his hands up to his throat. And, what? But I don't know any other languages.
Well,
At
I
least
do,
I can't
and
remember any other tongues.
we're we're currently speaking in undercommon.
What is that?
Um, a bit hard to explain, I suppose. Uh, um, I suppose you could call it a variant of common. It's just one they speak in the Underdark.
Under where?
Um, I'm probably not the best person to ask about this. I've done minimal research into the Underdark itself, but I know the language. And, well, perhaps I should ask you this. Um, do you remember who you are?
Oh, I'm he like clutches his head again like he's got a splitting headache. What? No, I can't remember.
Hmm. Well, that's all right. Um, do you remember anything aside from the closet and our wonderful beholder friend who we've dispatched, thankfully? You did mention that this was maybe your home
I
when you
did.
killed him. Yes.
Oh. Uh, it's sort of a vague feeling of ownership, like the monster was trespassing here, but I have no memories of living here besides the closet.
Hmm.
I remember the eye and then pain and then being locked away, and well, the only other memory I have is him feeding me, but then the light and that one, and he points at Teresa.
I see. Well, her name is Cerisa, and if you want to thank her, I will pass along the message. But
Yes, thank
y-
that Teresa for me.
of course, um, well, what are you planning to do? That might be an odd question, but you can't remember anything, and, well, to put this nicely, um, you're not a human? I don't know if you were at one point, but, I mean, you drank wine, you spoke common, but, well,
I'm not. He kind of clutches his head again, like he's got a headache.
hmm,
I don't remember looking like anything else.
I am sorry. If I knew more, just wait here, would you? I'm. Of going to go do some light reading. So she's gonna start to try and like scour the bookshelves for like anything on like Nothics and various ailments.
Yeah, make an investigation. While you do that, does anybody else want to do anything? Sarisa, are you up to something?
Cerise's been kind of like staring at this closet, right?
Mhm.
Kind of feeling not right. And can she open the closet and see what's inside?
Yeah, you look inside the closet, and it looks like almost like what once might have been a closet has been kind of like emptied out. It's just like stone walls, and the only thing in there really is just like some scraps of like moldy food.
Gross.
Including on the plate of food is grapes.
Mm.
Does Cereza recognize those grapes?
I don't see why you wouldn't.
She's gonna kind of stare at those grapes long and hard before she turns around and just starts looking for something else. she don't want to think about those grapes, so instead kind of remembers that, oh, we were supposed to find that stuff. And she starts looking around for Cree-Crocs. I remembered his name, guys. Let's go. Starts looking around for Cree-Crocs stuff.
All right. Then yeah, you make your own investigation. And we'll, as you do that, I'll just jump back to Leah.
Okay.
So yeah, Leah, you sift through the books. And from what you can gather, a lot of the books are not written in any language you understand.
Great.
And
But
so
I have
you have to kind of
spell comprehend language.
fair.
Do you have spell
if you want
slot?
to use that to look at every book, that would be fine.
Uh,
But you would need a spell slot to do.
I do. I have my first level spell slot.
Right? Do you want to use it?
Is it a dick move if I say yes?
It's a waste to use spell slot because I'm just going to tell you
Oh,
a very
okay.
vague thing about there being lots of books, and then
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm
I won't.
not gonna read every book to you, Leah. I'm sorry. We don't have that kind of time. But I
okay.
can still tell you what you find. There's still
Yes,
some books that you
please.
might be interested in.
Please and thank you.
I was not gonna make you burn a spell slot on that just to read all the books that you can't comprehend.
Excuse me, sir. I'd like to read every single book.
But if you want to like take a particularly interesting looking one with you and then do it later, then we can do something with that. But
okay,
I'm not gonna make you burn a spell slot just to go and then here's a book on gardening and then here's a book on...
Ooh, gardening. I see.
But yeah, so you sift through those books and eventually find a book on aberrant beings, which kind of piques your interest because you've heard that term before and it applies to Belshazzar. And so you kind of scan through and you get just like a big flood of information about all sorts of different aberrant creatures that aren't quite relevant, but you eventually settle on a page that has kind of this like very rough, not particularly well drawn, but accurate enough to recognize drawing of what you see here.
Okay.
And you begin to kind of skim through it. And from what you gather, these creatures, Nothics as they're called, as you learn that they're called, are often sort of fallen beings, if you will. The researcher kind of uses that phrase. Typically some other creature transformed into a Nothic, either by their own means or by external means. And so, from what you gather, a Nothic can be shaped just by someone looking for too much forbidden knowledge, and kind of becoming this feral creature, and sort of losing that sense of self the longer the transformation lasts. But they also can be transformed purposefully by someone wishing to do so.
I see. Feels like a dick move.
The the researcher kind of notes in the margins that this is a very much talked about fate for wizards, since they're constantly pursuing knowledge. They there's always that kind of like almost like old wives' tale of like, well, don't go looking too hard or you might become a Nothic, that kind of thing.
New deep-seated fear unlocked for
yeah,
Leah.
kind of like the researcher mentions that like, this creature was the origin of that like old saying amongst wizards.
Oh boy.
About like curiosity killing the cat. Yeah, so that's what you gather from that book.
Fun. Leah is now just kind of staring at the book like, that was real. Oh no. She kind of walks back over to the guy, the creature. Bro Nothic. Creature. She goes, well, I don't know how well you will understand this, but this is you, she says as she turns the book around and points to the drawing. This is what you look like.
He looks at the very rough drawing, and then kind of looks down at his own hands. He doesn't say anything, but he just kind of looks back and forth between the two.
Is there anything you desire to do? Anything that you...
I don't know. I have to find out what happened. I have to know. I have to gain the knowledge of what happened to me.
I mean, I have a bit of an educated guess, although I couldn't tell you exactly how the magic behind it works. Is the magic...
He like kind of like straightens up a little bit and like leans closer towards you. And tell me. I have to know.
Yeah. Well, my educated guess, I suppose. The creature that you are, a Nothic, created by seeking dark knowledge, but forceful change can also happen, and I have a feeling, since our wonderful beholder was keeping you in a closet, that you didn't exactly have much of a say in the matter.
I see. Kind of like as you talk to me, like winces in pain, as if like just every new sentence is giving him a worse headache.
I do apologize, though I'm not sure if I know if this can be undone.
As he's kind of like holding his head in his taloned hands, and kind of like almost like hunching up into like as small as a ball as he can on his little seat. His feet kind of like lifted up onto the seat too, so that he's almost like squatting. And he just kind of keeps like moaning in pain as you talk to him, and he says, "No, I need to know more. I need more knowledge. I need to know more. And then he looks at you, and as you meet the gaze of the eye,
God damn it.
you're going to make a deception check, and he's going to make an insight.
See, deception?
Yes. You're not actively trying to deceive him, but that's how this works.
Okay.
It's just a contested roll, so you need to make a
So
deception.
14.
All right. Well, he beats you with his insight, and so as he looks at you, he like kind of gazes into your eyes for 1 second, and you feel this like strange little like tingle in your head, and then he like blinks and kind of reels back, and almost like he's kind of been struck, and just, what was that? What was? And then he blinks and looks up at you and just goes, "Who's Valerio?"
What? Leah, her entire body is like bright red. How do you know that?
I don't know. I just looked at you and I knew.
Hold on. This is not listed in the book. This is not in the. Leah's mind is like warring between this is weird and no knowledge. Do you think you can do it again? Perhaps.
Oh, I don't. It sort of hurt.
Oh, sorry.
I guess I could try if you
Try,
really
try.
want.
Please, yes. I've got to write this down.
I
So bad.
he kind of like screws up his eye. He's got like just a blistering migraine now.
Oh no.
And
Oh.
then he looks at you again, and you feel that same like weird, almost like slightly woozy feeling, and a tingle in your skull, as his eye just kind of quickly flashes, and then he reels back once more as if he's been struck, holds his head, and then blinks, looks up at you, and goes, "You going to rob a bank?"
What? That's intriguing, I must say. She's like writing this down. She goes, "I'm very sorry that your head is hurting." My God, you're. It's not. It's not mind reading. Not entirely. It's like quick little flashes. God, that could be a problem. Well, I don't know what to say. This is rather odd. Perhaps no. I'm all right with my thoughts being shared, but perhaps the rest of the group not as much.
I don't know what brings it on. Just sometimes there's a craving to know more.
Well, to put this lightly, you are in a veritable font of knowledge. And she kind of waves her hand at the books behind him. I do not know if this is a bad idea or not, but perhaps you could start there. Although I will say, can you read this language? And she points to like some common that's like on the page.
Yeah, you see his eyes scan it, and then he shakes his head no.
Damn. All right, well, I will return. Let me consult my friends, and of course, thanks Sarisa, the one who let you out. I will be back shortly. So please just try to focus on your head and not hurting.
Yeah, so you turn away from him, but we're just going to quickly jump back to Sarisa, who is searching
Swag.
the lab. Anthena, were you actually doing that too? Were you just looking around?
Yeah, after a while, yes. Yeah, she would
Okay.
have gotten up, and she's got her mage hand kind of like poking around.
Yeah, then
reaching the shelves she can't reach.
we'll just do them together. Whichever of you has a higher investigation can just roll it twice, and we'll take the higher one.
Who has the higher one? I
You
have.
guys
I
are
have
just
plus
both
2.
searching, so.
I have a +4.
Oh, all right, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so Sarisa roll with advantage, and we'll just count that as both of you guys
yeah.
hunting around the lab.
Awesome.
That's
And then I
insight.
roll again. Oh wait, that's insight. Ah, beans! I'm blind. I rolled twice. What's wrong with me? What are we rolling?
Investigation, sorry.
Investigation. Hold up. I'm a -1. You.
All right, Athena, look around.
Oh, will do. Oh, that's so funny.
They're close enough together.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was almost a nat 20, but it wasn't. So an 11.
All right, so we'll say, like, again, you guys aren't like on a time limit or anything like that, so it's not like you're
Yeah.
hurriedly looking through the lab. You have more than enough time to take your time and search everything. So it's not like you're gonna miss necessarily too much. It's just that it'll take you a little longer, and you might not understand some of the subtleties of what you're seeing. But I'll just kind of go through some general things that you guys find. So for starters, as Anthena and Sarisa look through the lab, the half autopsied rat there has withered away from the disintegration beam and is gone.
Lovely.
Just to address that. But most of the other stuff has survived the disintegration ray. Almost as if the disintegration ray was designed to not harm the lab itself, and just the organics within. But you find just sort of a mess of like all sorts of components and tinctures, a lot of stuff that neither of you would really recognize without that sort of background in alchemy. But you do find a locked cabinet, Sarisa, that has just kind of a little keyhole.
Ooh.
And so you still have the keys on you, so if you want to open that, you can.
Yeah.
And then, Anthena, you kind of like work your way around. You look at all these weird little bottles of potions and strange stuff that he's got. Though again, you don't really have a background in potion making, so if you want to make a check to try to figure out what some of them do, you can, but it would be fairly hard for you.
Try it. Just
Yeah, go for it then. Go for them.
What's the check?
Arcana if you want.
Arcana. Okay. All right. 14.
All right. Yeah, you like search through them. And some of them look like maybe vaguely familiar to things you may have seen before. You kind of get the sense that like that could be a healing potion, but you're not certain. You kind of maybe a little too wary to just certainly go, yeah, that's a healing potion, but it looks kind of like a similar shade of red to some of the ones you've seen before. So you kind of get that inkling in the back of your head that maybe it's tangentially related to that sort of potion tree. But that's really all you're able to glean with your very limited knowledge of alchemy.
Can I grab one of them? Take it?
Yeah, I mean, you can grab the one that you had a hunch might be healing, but you can also just pick a bottle on here and grab it if you want.
I'll take the one that might be healing.
Yeah, you tuck away like this thin little kind of pale red vial of something.
Something.
And then Teresa,
Yes.
you fiddle with the keys and kind of skip past the one that you know opens the closet and try the other two. And eventually one clicks with that kind of wooden as the closet opens, or the little cupboard here opens. You find some stuff tucked away inside it. First things first, you're immediately drawn to the mortar and pestle and a few other little alchemy tools that are lying kind of on the bottom shelf. They got a little bit of dust on them, but they aren't damaged in any way. And you look at them and you notice a little carving of a vulture on them.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wonder who
Cerise
that
is-
could be.
Yeah, wonder who that could be. But yeah, Cerise is just gonna wordlessly just pick him up, turn him over in her hand.
Yeah, they're sitting
Yeah.
on like a little cloth that could be used to kind of wrap them up for safe
Ooh,
transport.
ooh. Okay, cool. So after she inspects them, she'll put them back on the cloth and wrap them up and tuck them away.
Very well. You took away Creecroc's tool. But the next shelf up has just sort of like an assortment of glass bottles and beakers and jars of things. And so as you kind of look at them, you don't know what any of them are. You don't really recognize any of them. You have a very limited experience with alchemy as well. And so off the top of your head, you don't know what any of them are, but you can estimate from the fact that they were locked up in comparison to some of the other ones that these are probably the rarer alchemy components.
Heck yeah. Can Cereza just pocket all of them?
Well, there's quite a lot of stuff on the shelf.
Dang.
But I suppose if you really wanted to take all of it, I guess you could. But you'd have a lot
Yeah.
of glass bottles rolling loose in your bag.
Oh no. Is there any that like stand out?
Well, you see what looks to be kind of like a bottle of maybe dried seaweed. Just kind of estimating based on appearances. You again don't know what any of this stuff is. Just kind of describing them based on what you would associate them with. And then in the next one, you see sort of like a little bit of a shimmering powder. You see in the one after that, what looks to be this kind of like little gnarled. At first, maybe it looks like a tree stump or a tree root kind of thing, but then now the kind of orangey color of it's off. And then there's just a jar that's just full of eyeballs of some sort of species.
Lovely.
Then after that, there's a jar of what looks like worms, a jar of what looks like leeches. There is what appears to be dried rat tails.
Not feeding.
Then another jar of what looks like leaves, and then a jar of what looks like twigs.
Twigs.
Mhm.
Cereza's definitely gonna pick up that sparkly powder, whatever the heck that is.
Mhm.
I know she probably
It's like a gray kind of like powder, but when it kind of like refracts light with those little sparkles, the sparkles are actually like this bright orange. They're like a brilliant orange. So it almost gives off this weird like optical illusion. Like it should just be sparkling like white from the light, but it instead sparkles orange for some reason.
And so she just lets a little, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. I might know somebody who could tell me what this stuff is.
Very well.
Oh man.
There is one
How
more
many?
shelf.
Yeah. What's the other shelf before?
The last shelf, which you have to maybe get on your tiptoes to see,
Yeah.
is what at first just kind of looked like a book splayed open, kind of like how this one is. But as you kind of like reach up to maybe like touch it slightly or adjust it, the second you touch it, the words on the page all kind of like glow, almost like kind of holographically off the page, and instead the book starts to like read itself, just sort of like repeating back what's written on it out loud.
Oh.
And as soon as it kind of like starts talking, you pull your hand away, kind of, not wanting to trigger any sort of magic effect. And so the book only really says like a word or two as it speaks, but as you touch it, it gets a few words out, and it says, As my studies, and then you pull your hand away and it stops talking.
Yeah, Cerise's gonna almost maybe fall over because she was standing on her tiptoes and she jerked back.
The rest of you, it was like a booming voice. You all would have heard it.
Yeah. She's like, okay. Okay. It's not gonna kill me, right?
Cerisa, who was that?
I don't know. I
Is
don't
there a man in
know.
here?
I'm just gonna. Cerise's gonna get back on her tiptoes and she's gonna look at the book. Does the book look dangerous?
You can make an Arcana on it if you want.
Alright, Cerisa, how's your Arcana? And I can actually read. Okay, +1. I can high five myself, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. And I roll that after the Arcana
It doesn't.
check, right?
It really doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
It's just being added to the roll, so it doesn't matter if you add the number before or after. It's just a
Okay, and
Plus.
then
equation.
guidance is what? A D4. Come on, baby. Roll it. What? Why did I roll?
We can just take one of them. You,
How
or
did
you
I
can just roll
do
again if you want. Did you like click it twice or something?
I don't know. Oh, maybe. Wait,
Because
how
every
do I
time you
get
click
to
it, it adds
stop?
another. Just X out of it and then go back into it.
Oh, okay. Whew. All right. Let's try this again. It's a 2. So that's a
Alright.
12. Maybe? I can't do math, Grant.
11 plus 2 is a 13.
Oh my god!
Close, very close.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
thank
almost got there. With the 13, you don't really see anything like nefarious. It's not like crackling with red light or anything like that. You don't notice any like trip wires or anything attached to the book. But you know, you're not too well versed in the arcane, so it's hard to say. You know that you touched it once and it didn't zap you, so that's a positive at least.
That's true. Alright.
With your limited
So
knowledge, that's about what you estimate.
Nice. So, Cerisa will mull it over for a second. And she's like, well, it didn't kill me straight up. Straight up. Oh, whatever. And she's gonna, like, pick up the book.
Alright,
Anthena will
yes.
offer her mage hand if you want the mage hand to hold it.
Yeah, Cerisa's got it.
Okay.
She's gonna. Ooh, mage hand. But yeah, no, Cerisa's gonna pick up the book and look at Athena and says, I don't know. The book started talking.
Yeah,
or-
as you pick it up, you see that glow kind of resume to the open page that you're kind of holding it open to.
Ooh.
And the words again begin to light up and then kind of like hover slightly off the page. And then as they glow bright enough, the voice begins to boom out again. And it says,
Awesome.
so unless you're interrupting it, it's just going to keep going. So it just starts rambling. As my studies predicted, the strange energy seeping into the very soil around us is originating from this city. I shall set up a secret laboratory in one of the less populated districts. Just have to get rid of the current occupant first. Some pest named Dandelion or what have you.
Dandelion.
And the voice talking out loud skips this part, but as you're looking at it, Cerisa, there is sort of like dates on the passages. And the next passage as it starts to read is dated a week later.
Ooh.
I can just, if you guys want to read along, I can just show you what the text said.
Yeah.
That helps you a little bit. It's a longer passage. Let me just quickly give you access
Read it to us,
it.
Gran. Read it
I'll
to
read it
us.
out loud, but I'll just give you access so you can also read it as well.
Ooh, nice.
In case you want to read along.
It's read along time, guys.
Yay.
Yay!
So did that pop up for everybody?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So we finished the first paragraph and we're going on to the next passage, which is dated a week later, and the voice skips the dates but continues rambling. My initial soil samples have proved my hypothesis correct. The ground surrounding the city is positively saturated with unholy magic. How fascinating. I will attempt to recreate the effect it is having on the city with several small trials. First, a test to see how vegetation handles it. Then we shall begin with more advanced trials. The next entry is dated a month later, Sarisa. Upon which the voice goes, a resounding success. The grapes I grew hold the unholy energy with the utmost of ease. Now to feed them to my little captive and see how it treats him. Hopefully the Diabolist in town does not get wise to my operations, or I might start seeing a cure for this unholy blight cropping up all over Marinol. And the next entry is dated a few days later. To which the voice sounds a little more disappointed as it immediately says, no effect. Perhaps the transformation into a Nothic rendered him immune to such things, much like my own aberrant immunity. My own carelessness rendered by my eagerness to transform him. Oh well, I will leave the grapes unattended for whatever fool decides to sample them and then monitor the progression from there. Can't go kidnapping too many people or the court jester will take notice. In other, also unfortunate news, seems I have another little nuisance on my hands. A little vulture has moved into an abandoned magic shop, and I believe he is studying the same thing I am. Suppose he will have to be taken care of too. Perhaps I can kill two birds with one stone and use him as my next test subject. The next entry is dated a month later. I have successfully triangulated where the unholy energy is at its strongest. Though the strange occurrences have spread all through the city, there is only one place where it is at its strongest. Gaunt Manor. I shall lay low for the time being. Gaunt has influence and all manner of eyes in this city. I will wait for a good opportunity to investigate. And that's the last entry of that research log.
Sarisa will quietly close the book.
Should we maybe take that so we can reference it?
And she'll just tuck it away. She'll be taking that book.
And so just to catch everybody else up with it. So Leah, as you kind of turned away from the Nothic, that's when the voice boomed out. And Kegox, you were leaning against the half wall there and snoozing, but you hear that booming voice, and it is Belshazzar's voice, so you wake right back up.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to fight again.
And
As
so
soon as I hear his voice, I'm up.
As the passages finish, as the other two are kind of making your way over, and Sarisa closes the book, then that's where we return, with you all sort of having listened to that. It's all good, Leah. I got you. Eating pretzel. Leah finds a pretzel somewhere in the lab and eats it.
Don't eat it! No!
Not sharing? Wait, no, don't eat it!
Poison pretzel.
Poison
yes.
pretzel. Unholy pretzel.
Yeah.
You close the book and resolve to potentially keep it on hand in case you need it. But what do you do now?
Unholy magic from Gaunt's Manor? What the hell is she doing?
Cerise's kind of just staring at the floor. Before she, after a couple of moments, looks at Anthena. Slowly. How many grapes have you eaten?
She immediately puts her head in her hands because she was hoping you wouldn't address that part, and kind of looks at it. She's like,
Cerisa would like
barely
to do some
any
sort of
problem.
check.
barely
Cerisa-
any. I think really, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, what is they're just grapes, they're little tiny things. If I ate a bunch of I don't know, steaks or something, that would maybe be a different story. But they're just little tiny fruits, and it's probably fine. Please tell me it's fine, Sarisa.
Yeah, Sarisa wants to do a check. Well, what kind
Yeah,
of
you
would it be?
can medicine, but now that you know it's unholy, you could also religion. So whichever you're highest in.
Ooh. Hold on. Religion. And then medicine?
Yeah, whichever one you're higher in.
Okay,
Both
medicine
apply.
is
So
higher. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
yeah, roll that. Actually, you know, yeah, you rolled pretty good. I was gonna say advantage, but you know, you're fine.
Oh, booyah.
You don't need my help. I was gonna say advantage just because it's kind of dealing with ingested toxins, and that's kind of Yuan-Ti kind of have that
Yeah, we do.
like by their nature. You kind of look Anthena over. You kind of make her stick out her tongue and all that. You kind of do the usual medical once over. You don't really like notice anything too out of the ordinary with her. Like she looks a little pale, but you're also just in life or death combat, so it's kind of hard to say. But as far as you can tell, it hasn't really changed too much. Certainly, not like keeling over. So it's a little hard to say at the moment. She's not really experiencing any symptoms, so it's difficult to say what exactly is ailing her or what might in the future. But yeah, I would say with your high roll, with your 16, you feel confident that it's not affecting her yet, at least.
Okay.
What is it? What's wrong? What's wrong? Am I dying?
No. Whatever these grapes are supposed to do, they're not showing any signs of whatever it is they're supposed to do yet.
Okay, I mean that's good, probably.
Which one of us ate more grapes?
You guys would have to tell me that.
Leah has
Just,
had the
you know,
least grips.
numbers. It's probably me. Between me and Tagox, for sure, I gave him a couple. Maybe go look him over too, just in case.
Teresa is like rubbing her temples right now. Unholy
She's kind of looking up at
grapes.
you very bashfully. She's become incredibly embarrassed now.
Unholy grapes. Unholy grapes. You have to be joking.
The odds of that! I mean, really, like, what? Why did that? Like,
I don't.
you would think.
You put
like,
up a sign.
I think nobody listens to signs. It doesn't even. They put signs up for anything. Normally, the best things are what behind a sign that's saying, "Well, you shouldn't go in there," and then it's like awesome when you do go in there. So it's like they put up the sign to keep you out of the.
Athena, please don't encourage breaking and entering into places.
Wait, are we not about to break into a bank? I mean, I don't.
Yes,
think
but for good
that-
reason.
Not if these grapes do something to you.
I don't think they'll do anything. Listen, I had a couple a couple days ago, and I haven't felt anything wrong. So it's probably fine.
As far as we know,
Someone mentioned grapes.
we're not
Yeah.
eating the grapes anymore, K.
He already had some. I mean, not recently, not since we started fighting, but I did give him a couple.
No, I had some before we came in.
Not good.
Oh,
No
Lady
more. Okay,
Fortuna.
gods, please.
Just if you start to feel weird, let me know. But if we're dealing with unholy rapes, like Cerise is gonna start thinking, like, would she maybe go into like the church?
Do I need to find God?
Y'all need Jesus.
If you're trying to mull over who might be able to help with the potential effects, I can help you out a little bit, just because we spend so many weeks off and stuff like that. And then even just in general, we're only doing one session a week. If you had to mull over who might be able to help with something unholy, you would estimate either the church might have some information or assistance, but there is also a Diabolist in town.
Okay, so Cerise is mulling it over and thinking, it's like, we shouldn't sit on this. We need to. We might need outside help. The book mentioned the Diabolist, or maybe we can even talk to the folks over at the church. Heck,
Oh,
I don't know.
I feel like it's fine. I don't feel any different. You said I look
It's-
fine.
Fine for now until something happens. And then it won't be fine. We need to make sure nothing is going to happen to any of us. Because we all ate some amount of those grapes. And it's the last thing I want is for any of us to turn into, I don't know, undead or something.
She kind of like looks up at you, looks down at the ground, and just gives like a very, very slight nod. And we'll just kind of stare at the ground.
We did the job that we were supposed to do here. So I think our next step is probably to report back to the court magician. And she'll look over at the creature. And then look at Leah. Are we taking him? Or is
Well,
Oh, sorry, I
about
forgot you were
that-
eating a pretzel.
no, I'm stopped eating. I'm a good pretzel. Pretzel. About that, so I'm not really sure how to put this, but I don't know what to do with him. I will say this. This is I have voiced it to Vanothic himself. However, none of you look him in the eye if you go over there. He will snatch something out of your head and say it aloud. So, as
What?
all of you definitely have
You
secrets you
asked
like
him
to keep. No. Here's the thing. I know all of you have secrets you'd like to keep. I don't
Not really.
care particularly. I'm sure there's probably something embarrassing you wouldn't want him grabbing. For me, he snatched the fancy little tidbit about the bank heist that we
Oh.
are currently planning.
Lovely. Another
Um,
person or creature that is aware
so
of
I
our
wouldn't
bank
really
heist.
say that he is aware of anything, actually. He can't
Uh-huh.
read common. He can't speak common. Although he does say thank you, Sarisa. Anthena, go away.
I'm curious.
It hurts
What-
him if you do it. I do
Oh.
apologize. I apologize to him
Wait,
because
you
I did do
heard
it on
them.
purpose. I did do it on purpose the second time. I had to write it down. I had to understand. I'm sorry. I did apologize to him.
Okay.
After I did it the second time, but
What kind
uh,
of creature
not-
is he? I've never seen anything that looks like him before.
A
um,
Nothic, you said?
he is a Nothic. Yes. I have a bit of a theory. It's more substantiated than not. He was most likely the owner of this home, and was forcibly turned into such a creature by the wonderful Belshazzar that we have killed. Because that is a thing. Apparently, they can also happen from wizards seeking knowledge too much. So now I have that fear to live on with for the rest of my life. But he does not remember nearly anything at all. So
Hmm. Well,
actually,
seems-
nothing.
that seems to go along with what this book says, and Cereza will pap where the book is in her bag.
Right.
Dandelion, what might have been his name or something?
I fear that if we ask him about it, it'll just hurt him. But he seems to have a desire to know things. So I wonder if leaving him here is a good idea, if we should take him with us.
No. We will not be taking him with us. I'm sorry, just look at him.
But the thing is, he's not harmful, and he did want to thank you,
and
Cereza.
the general populace doesn't know that. We know that. But the last thing we need is to bring a bunch of attention to ourselves.
That is kind of true.
Yes.
I do worry if he's here all alone.
We can come back, or
We
I mean,
will
he did say this was
come
his
back.
house, right? So this is,
Is, but
Oh, we
I
could send
wonder-
Creek Rock over to come and check on him and keep him company.
Perhaps we could leave him in Creek Rock's care. But I do wonder if we'd want to leave this place or not.
Let's not bring him. Again, he will cause a panic. And the last thing we need is attention drawn to us when we're trying to rob a bank in the near future.
I do quite need Kagox to drag that gigantic skull upstairs back to,
What?
the tavern,
Leah,
so...
No,
the
skull stays here.
No, the skull is coming! The skull is coming with us!
That
You
skull
cannot
is
tell me.
staying here.
No, it's
Alright,
coming with us.
If you want to cause a panic in the town, you're gonna just drag that
We can
skull
just say
around and
we
you're gonna have a panic in the town.
You could just say that I bought it from the Diabolist, with all of the skulls and things that she has in there.
Fortuna,
Where are you gonna put it? That's not going in our room.
Going in the room!
Just leave it here for safekeeping.
No, I will not sleep with that thing looking at me.
Yeah,
We
no,
can
I
put
don't
it in
even
the
sleep in the
attic.
same room. No, it's not. Just leave it. Safekeeping. Safekeeping.
We can safekeep it not in an abandoned house with a Nothic in the basement.
You are all being very loud.
Sorry, Keiko.
Sorry, Kagox.
Look, let's just leave it here for now. Who's gonna come in here? Not only that,
Anyone could come in and say, well,
The court-
that is a rather
the court
large
magician needs to see the skull.
I'm going to
The
sell
court
it.
magician needs to see that skull.
Well, then we bring it to the court magician.
Oh my.
Would we sell it?
For lots of money, I'm sure, but we are not selling it. Anthena, we are not selling it. Anthena, you listen to me very carefully. Anthena, you listen to me right. She like grabs the front of Anthena's dress and she goes, Anthena, if there is one thing that I know in this life, it is that you do not sell things that you can learn from. We are not selling this. I refuse to let this fall into the hands of some collector.
Why don't we just leave it here in
We are not
Crocs care?
selling it.
Why can't you just study it and then we sell it? That you just said a lot of money. That would be
Tina,
really helpful.
We are not selling it. There is no way in the hells that I will let a buyer even take a look at this thing.
Okay, Leah. Hey, Leah, how about let's leave it here so we don't cause a panic in the town. All right? We don't need. I'm gonna say this. We don't need a bunch of eyes on us when we are going around planning and trying to break into the bank. We can leave it here and we can maybe ask Creek Rock to come over and watch it for you.
Creek Rock to get his grumpy little hands on it. We need to take it back to the inn. I just worry.
You do realize that the attic is less secure than here. There's an arcane lock on the door. No one can get in. Anybody can walk into the attic.
I
Thank
thought.
you, Anthena.
Did we not?
We can put another one.
The arcane
Can we not just
lock
put
us?
another?
Do you guys know how to do arcane locks? I don't know how to do that.
I don't know. No.
Leah
Just do a
flips
regular lock.
incessantly through her Well, hold on.
Okay. All right,
Look,
Leah.
look,
If you
look,
can
look, look, look,
find,
look.
if you can find something to cover the skull over, then sure. Maybe Kagox will. We don't even know if Kagox feels up to carrying that
I
right
would need
now.
time to rest and study. I would be able to relock the door, but it would not be as powerful, and
Who's gonna break in? The only person who's gonna be
We
investigating.
broke in.
Okay, other than us. Thank you, Kagox. Thank you, Kagox. Other than us, it's the court magician, right? Look, if Kagox is feeling up to it, and if you find something to cover up the giant eyeball skull looking thing, then fine. Put it in the attic. But I'd love to see you explain that to, the rest of the people at the tavern.
most of them are criminals anyways.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So,
Listen, all I'm asking is
we...
we cannot let this fall into the wrong hands. Certainly not into one
Wait.
of a collector.
Okay.
What are they gonna do with
'Cause
it?
collect it and
Collect
not
it?
let
What's
Leah
wrong with
study
collecting
it.
things?
There's many things wrong with collecting things. Unless, okay, listen, a collector
Whoa,
is...
wait, there's nothing wrong with collecting things. Hoarding, things?
There are... There are things wrong with it. If you
Nuh-uh.
collect something and take it away from
Nuh-uh.
the public,
Nuh-uh.
uh-huh, yes, quite,
Nuh-uh.
yeah,
My lady Deetra hoards tons of things.
does
And
your
she
Lady
rules a whole...
Deetra take
Uh-huh.
these things and keep them for herself so that no one may study them or learn about them or the public cannot see them? Does she keep them privately?
That would be sort of debatable. I would say from your perspective, you wouldn't think so. Obviously, some people might disagree, but the general understanding from someone who's sort of within Urhalai, and someone particularly who works directly for Deirdre, is that anything that she is taking as a part of her hoard, she's using for the betterment of Halasatra, the whole kingdom. So things are being trusted to her, but anything that she's using would be used for the people rather than just for her own personal gain. But to be fair, there is stuff that she confiscates, her seeing it as too dangerous to leave to other people, that she then locks away. So technically people could say like she is hoarding stuff and keeping it to herself. That's a valid outlook on it, but also she is doing it for the prosperity of Halasatra. So, there's a debate to be had there, but you probably would feel that she's not necessarily locking it away for selfish means.
Okay, cool. So Cerise is gonna be like, nuh-uh, my lady... Just hit her with another, nuh-uh. My lady Deetra collects things for the good of the kingdom. Of course, there's gonna be some very dangerous items that shouldn't be allowed, to be in public hands. But anything my lady collects, she is trusted and uses it for the betterment of the citizens' lives.
Yes, but she... I understand the importance of using things for the betterment of society. However...
Look, I'm not against you keeping the skull. Let's just leave it here for now and you can come back for it. I get
Yes,
it.
but...
You want to study the skull, Leah. You want to study it, but we have more pressing matters. One, we need to figure out this stuff with the unholy grapes. Apparently this city is full of unholy whatever in the soil. Undead rats and people are just cropping up out of nowhere. And it's all connected to this Lady Gaunt's manor, for all things. The lady that we're trying to steal from. So, we could come back for your skull later, Leah. We need to tell somebody this.
only Lee is able to understand this, but from behind you, as you guys are arguing, the Nothic says, "Who's Camille?" And then you guys
What did
turn
it s-
around, and Anthena's looking at the Nothic.
What did it say?
Anthena.
Hmm?
The
What did it
Nothic
say?
wants to know who Camille is.
Oh. Interesting.
Like the Camille we know?
Like,
I'm
Oxy?
assuming.
Makes sense. Okay.
Like I
I
said,
don't know why
he
that's
did
a
know about
secret.
the bank heist.
I think he just kind of sees what's in your head. I would imagine.
Did you look at him? Did you look at him?
I was just trying to say hi.
I'll look at the Nothic and say,
Well, he's
My
looking
question is,
away now. He's like holding his head.
okay, well, I'll say it in Undercommon so he knows I'm talking to him. Just say, my friend says hi.
I suppose say hello.
He supposes he says hello back.
Okay, no more looking him in the eye.
It's important to make eye contact if you're introducing yourself to someone. That's what I was
Yes,
taught.
but it does hurt
Not
him,
thi-
so...
Not in this situation.
Okay.
Look, we have discovered something big, very big that is affecting the whole town. We can come back for your skull, but I really think we should go and talk to the court magician about this.
I agree. With something that affects everybody like this, and I don't know, is maybe pretty nefarious. It probably seems like a good idea.
It's pretty sinister, if you'd ask me. Some unholy nonsense going on. What did the book say? It's in the soil or something.
I think, yeah, or at least somewhere in the ground. The surrounding city is positively saturated with unholy magic.
Exactly.
So I don't know what that means.
That's not good. That's not good. We need to go right away. Leah, I know you want to secure that skull, but this is a lot. This is big. This is serious.
Yes, I agree, and I do need time to prepare this spell. So it would most likely be in our best interest if we return to the court magician.
Thank you. Okay. Look, tell the Dandelion. I guess that's what the book said his name was. Tell yeah, he really looks like a dandelion. as she
I'll
glances
inform
over
him.
it.
I'll inform him that we're leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a dandelion if I've ever seen one.
Hmm. Okay. So if anyone has any objections, I say we go straight to the court magician. I don't even remember
No
what
objections
we were...
from me. No objections from me.
Good,
She says a little too
because-
quickly.
I don't even remember what we were going to do after this. Doesn't matter.
We do have to rob a house at some point.
Okay,
you
that's
know.
later tonight.
But that's evening
That's-
time probably.
Yes, because I don't think any of us are up to robbing a house this very moment. Right, Kgox?
Kagok's snoring. He's asleep again.
Okay, you look, he's asleep. We can't rob a house like that.
Yeah, he does need to rest though, so it's probably good.
Okay. So unless anybody else, I'm gonna take Kgox's snoring as a yes. We go straight to the court magician.
Very well. Is that your course of action as a party then?
Is it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then as you as you gather up your things to be ready to leave, someone coughs loudly and reminds you the other reason why you're here. Before you have to
Oh.
spend an RP hour walking back to this location.
Uh-oh.
We
what
got
else
Creek
do
Rock
we-
stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, what else did
Got
we
Creek
need
Rock
here?
stuff. You investigated on behalf of the court wizard, but you forgot about the second half of what she said you guys could do.
Aren't we
Oh,
looking for
find
the
some
components
supplies?
as well? Yeah.
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 Oh,
Where is
okay. I
that
thought that
list?
would have been included in the poke around, but that's fair.
Well, I showed you a bunch of alchemical components, but Leah's the one who knows what they do.
Right. All right. Leah's
She
Okay.
was eating pretzels in the corner, so.
Leah
So
was
Sarisa
wrestling.
just stared at a bunch of alchemical components, and I described them all, but she didn't know what they did. So
We don't know
Yeah.
what
she
that
grabbed
means.
she grabbed
Sorry.
one of them, but the rest are still sitting there.
Yeah.
Leah's on
She
her way
just
to
grabbed whatever was
look at
sparkling.
them.
Yeah, Cerisa was about to be like, all right, guys, let's go. She's like, oh, right. Leah, can you
Right.
look at these?
The
these
components. Yes, of
Yes.
course. Point me in the direction.
Cerisa will walk over to the cupboard.
Yeah, you open that cupboard back up again, and take a look at that shelf. One of the there's an empty spot on the shelf, but
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Leah, and she'll hold up the powder that she found. I took this because it was sparkling, but I
Does
don't
Leah know
what
what
it
the
is.
powder is? Good
Well,
question.
you cross-reference the shelf of rare components and alchemical ingredients with the very detailed letter that you were given by Alicia. And as you recall, she even drew you little pictures.
This is true.
And so,
nice.
as you were told, you were missing 2 rare components, as she said she could cover the rest. And the 2 rare ones were the Phoenix Fire Ash, which is she's drawn it as a little pile of powder, and then she's drawn little sparkles on it. And then the other one is the coral from A Mermaid's Cove, which is drawn to be this little, almost like a stick, kind of gnarled, almost like a tree root, but also orange. It's written in a little asterisk next to it that says probably orange.
Cute. Well, Sarisa, I don't mean to jump the gun, but I do believe you might have found one of our components already.
Awesome. Wonderful. And so
You sound not as excited about that as I assumed you would be.
Cerisa kind of just looks at the jar and she looks kind of. Her face is very expressionless at the moment. I just have a lot. There's a lot. You know.
Of course, I understand. I won't pry, but if you need anything, Sarisa.
Thank you. What else is? What else did we need?
Looking for this coral, so Leah will attempt to see if she can see the coral.
Yeah, you scan back through them, and it's the kind of, it looks a little bit like a tree root, but it's a little too orange, kind of gnarled and broken off. So you say you kind of passed it by when you were looking at the ingredients, but now that you look at it again, it's definitely what she's drawn.
Nice.
Well, wonderful. It looks like we have our components then.
Oh, are they all here?
Should be. You've got that phoenix dust, nice and sparkly, and the coral.
The coral. What else did we need?
Do we need anything else? Question?
Well, that's what you were told by Alicia that you needed to cover, because she said those are rarer. She didn't have them in her own components.
Okay, cool.
All right. Oh, we should look for a cinderstone too.
Ooh. Yeah, we should.
I don't.
Scanning for a cinderstone.
We're not that
Scanning.
lucky.
I know.
Scanning. Any cinderstones afoot?
You don't
Is
see
there
any.
anything?
Damn.
Is there anything else interesting that we could snag? Cerise is
If
pretty
we
willing
sell
to
that
snag stuff.
beholder skull, we could maybe afford to buy one instead of stealing it.
There's a lot of just kind of like macabre components around, just kind of bottles and jars of various like body parts, fingernails and things like that. And so it's mostly just kind of filled to the brim with all these different vials and pouches and jars of things like that. Though there is the occasional like bottle of something that kind of sloshes around in its vial, that gives off a light or has a sort of shimmer to it or has something floating in it. So there's all sorts of like liquids as well that, again, with none of you being alchemists or artificers, it's pretty hard to say what any of it does.
Dang.
Place reminds me of my home a little bit.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I love a good laboratory.
huh. My home was a bit more brighter. Not so. And wasn't, in a basement.
In the basement, yes. I would hope not.
No. It was very, very bright. Can you start rummaging through this treasure chest and find any like neato burrito books or something?
Well, it's mostly just kind of filled with like loose research now. A lot of them, again, not written in any language that I think you guys understand. You get the occasional like diagram. You can make a religion check on them.
Oh, religion check. Come on, Cereza. Where is it? There it is. It's 12.
With a 12, you're not really able to like determine too much about it. And again, it's not really your wheelhouse, so it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't. But you do get the vague feeling that the sort of like sigils and drawings are probably something unholy. Seems to be the topic of study for this particular researcher.
Ugh. Cereza will make like a scrunched up face, and for a moment, the idea to just burn all this heresy. And it flashes in her head, and she's like, no, court magician said that they were gonna, I don't know, investigate this place or something. I don't remember. Did we find anything, cinderstone or whatever else we need?
No cinderstone, I feel.
Alright.
It looks like it won't be easy. Does Leah see any tomes that are of interest? That are not about gardening?
Well, again, like I said, you can't read many of them, but
This is true. The most macabre looking book that there is. I'll take it.
yeah, sure. You find one that probably is bound with some sort of skin instead of the usual
wonderful.
bindings. And so it's kind of like this pale grayish cover with what looks to be like almost like hand etched writing onto its surface. You can't read it, but it certainly looks unpleasant. So you grab
She'll
it.
work on it. She'll work on it. She tucks it away.
Yeah. So
And she also tells the guy that we're leaving. Also.
Oh yeah. So he kind of like doesn't look at you. He like stares at the table. But he says, are you coming back at some point?
What did he say?
He's asking if we're going to be coming back at some point.
Yes. Tell him
Yes. We should be.
Oh,
Maybe-
that's good. I'm not sure what else to do. While I wait.
Is there anything you want to do?
I want. Perhaps I could read the books, all of the knowledge on the bookshelf.
Well, I'm sure you could. She she whips out a piece of paper and like scribbles some stuff down, and she puts it on the table and she goes, "Here's the common alphabet transcribed into your language. It might take a while, but a lot of the books, well, not all of them, but some of them are in the common tongue. It might take you a while to translate them, but here you are."
He nods and like starts to look up and then thinks about it and looks back down. And he says, "Yes, but this I could read more. I could learn more." And he's almost like drooling at the thought of it.
Well, have fun at learning things. We will return, I promise.
Yeah, is he good?
He's very excited.
Uh,
As am I when I get to New
Huh.
Town. Yes.
yeah, like Sirius is kind of looking at him.
He'll be alright, Sarisa. I
Mm,
promise.
okay. But as long as he's occupied and not wanting to scuttle about the town, causing a panic, it will be fine.
Honestly, I don't even think he knows that there is a town.
Just can you? Is he gonna stay here if we leave him? Is he gonna
yeah,
stay
he's-
here?
Yes, he's going to stay. He has a desire for knowledge, and as this is a place where he can learn some, and as it is most likely his home, he feels a connection to it, therefore he will not leave.
Okay.
But we can always bar the trapdoor with something, so he can't climb up if he tries.
Wonderful. Just keep in a prisoner in his own home. Wonderful. Okay.
Well, at least until we find a solution.
Right.
Whether that be putting him out of his misery or turning his back.
Oh, okay. Let's just get the others, not talking about killing anybody else.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be my first choice either.
Mm.
Hey, Gox. Are you alright?
What? Yes.
Well, if everybody is ready, we need to go to the court magician.
Poor magician it is, guys. Yeah.
Don't all speak up at once.
I don't know. Athena nods and heads towards the. Well, how? Wait, how the fuck do we get
Yeah,
up?
so Anthony
Yeah.
nods, turns towards the trapdoor, and realizes that there's no ladder there.
I
It's
will lift them up. I get
Ah.
up and I slowly lift everybody up.
Wait. Hold up.
Ugh.
Maybe this will work. Hold up.
Oh, wait,
She's gonna play the flute that she has and kind of maybe try to get Coiletta, her rope snake,
Mhm.
to maybe, I don't know, try to attach
let
to
him
something
lift
else. I don't know. Only one way to find out.
Yeah,
Maybe-
so you play the flute, and after kind of like unfurling a bit of the rope from your bag, you play the flute, and it leaps to life and begins to kind of waver along with the sound of your flute, and it waves its way up the wall and kind of disappears just up on the other side of the the trapdoor, and you're just willing it to attach to something that it can reach.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it kind of like wraps itself around some of like the fasteners on the inside of the trapdoor, kind of what would have helped like lock it if it had had a lock, part of the hinge, and so it uses that to kind of secure
Nice.
itself, and then with a little flourish of the last few notes of your song, it ties a knot, and then just kind of falls back limp. Now a rope that reaches up out of the trapdoor.
What?
There we go. Rope snake.
So convenient, Sarisa.
I just hope that the enchantment doesn't break after we use it here.
We're not gonna
Oh.
hurt it, are we? Putting all of our weight on it?
Cerise's gonna kind of like side-eye Kagox. How high is this? How high is the trap door?
I forget what I said. I think it was like about 20-ish feet. I think last time it was 2 weeks ago. So
I think maybe 10 feet. I think you said.
I think I probably said it was a little further than that. I think I
Okay.
probably would have imagined Chaos's height and went a little over. So it was probably somewhere between 15 and 20.
Okay.
So that Chaos would have had to drop too, I think was my logic. So that it wasn't just him stepping down. So it was probably kind of somewhere between 15 and 20. So the rope would be useful.
Yes.
But
Let's
it
go.
is also just like it's a standard strength rope, so it can hold a decent amount of weight.
Nice.
Oh, word. Okay.
Booyah. Because I don't want this to be Coiletta's only, only bit that she gets to do.
Yeah, the only things that would harm the rope are things that would harm like a standard rope. Climbing up a rope is what it's used for, so that's not gonna hurt it.
Yes. All right.
But
we
if
good,
someone sets
guys.
it on fire, like it'll affect it like a normal rope would.
And they'd also get, they'd get bit. Yeah. Teresa will be like, after you guys.
Yeah, so
they
you
don't-
take. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead. It's unimportant.
I was just saying you take turns climbing up out of the cellar laboratory, up the rope, and eventually grabbing on to the edge of the trapdoor, pulling yourselves up. And you find yourselves back in the quote-unquote house part of the building, which is still very ramshackle and abandoned, covered in dust and cobwebs.
Okay, Teresa would like to play her flute again to get Coiletta to come back and
Yeah,
wrap
you
around her.
play another flourish of the flute, and sort of the end that's at the bottom of the trapdoor that's sitting on the ground just kind of like coils itself back up into a spiral, and as it spirals back up, it just kind of folds neatly up into your bag.
Nice. How much did that thing cost? Like 10 gold?
It's 20.
I can't
Somewhere around
remember.
that. I don't remember either.
Something.
Yeah. It was like
Ah.
something that we didn't have until Camille gave us money.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I don't
Oh,
remember
cool.
how much Cereza spent on it, but Cereza's gonna pat her bag and she's like, gold well spent.
Very well. So now that you're all up and out of the cellar, you just make your way back out with the.
Unless we want to try and look for that ladder. But I don't think we're gonna find that ladder, guys.
I don't see a ladder.
I don't see a ladder unless it's in this cupboard here.
Would a ladder fit in there?
I don't know.
There's no ladder folded up in the cupboard. At the open. Mostly just dusty cobweb dishes and glasses.
Nice. Alright. So Cereza will say, alright, I don't think we'll be finding a ladder, so we'll just use Coiletta again when we need to get back down there.
Yeah, Belshazzar had no need for a ladder because he could fly, but he could also use teleportation. So it'd be very much no need for a ladder.
Nice.
So yeah, if you all are making your way outside, then we'll head back out.
Ah, my eyes!
Yeah, it's still daytime, so it does take a bit to adjust to the light as you walk outside.
As soon as we get outside, Athena conjures her mage hand again and just starts absolutely destroying the grape plants, like fully ripping them up and throwing them into the water.
And Tina.
What?
Don't. We may need these for the cart magician.
Okay, we can take a little bit of them, but wait, we found out these were bad, right? He put these out here.
If they are bad, why would we give them to the fish?
Perhaps we shouldn't. Yes, perhaps we should not be putting them in the water supply.
Yes.
Would the fish eat a grape? Okay,
Yes, a
Yeah,
fish would eat a grape.
Yes.
Yes.
Fish are, unfortunately, sometimes stupid.
How the hell?
Okay.
We have to burn them then, I guess. I'm not leaving these for somebody else to eat.
We can come back and burn them. I don't think anybody is gonna come by this way.
Nobody has touched them because of the sign, even though I can't read it. That's been the.
No, I think plenty of people.
There's a
eat them
sign. No one would
despite
eat
the-
them. There's a sign that says
Okay.
don't eat them, so no one would do that.
So no one in their right mind would eat that, right, guys?
No, I think plenty of people, some people might have not even seen the sign, or some people can't even read. You know, it's not. You know,
It me, I cannot
Just-
read.
Just in case, let's not burn them for now because we might need them for like a cure or something. I don't know. Is that how that works?
I mean,
Sure.
yeah, Sarisa, I mean, you're UNT and you kind of just have a knack for poisons in general, so a lot of times the poison is used in the antidote, so it's a
Nice.
sound grain of logic there.
Yes. I deserve a star sticker for that one, guys. But yeah, Cerise will be like, just leave them for now. They might be useful later. And it'd be rather tragic if we did need them later and we just kind of threw them all into the ocean and now there's a bunch of, I don't know, zombie sharks swimming about. Do you want to fight a zombie shark,
Ooh,
Antina?
zombie shark.
I've seen
No.
this movie.
Cerise's gonna point at Leah and say, "No, Leah." So, Antina,
Alright.
I'm the
let's
necromancer with a good time.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus. Who doesn't want zombie sharks? Like, come on.
But
Do you
yeah,
think I'm gonna turn into a zombie?
we.
Yep.
Leah! No, Antina, if we take care of this as soon as possible, you're not feeling strange at all right now, are you?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm a
look.
little nervous now. I don't know how much.
You're already turning into a vampire. Not a vampire, a zombie. And you know.
Leah!
Ooh.
Yeah, she was bitten by a vampire.
You were also bitten by a vampire, so take it.
No, I'm just kidding.
You took
my blood.
I'm just kidding.
What if the vampire eats the grapes?
We're not
that's
gonna try
true.
that.
That's
No.
quite true.
No!
What if the pelican eats the grapes?
Oh
I'm not
my
gonna try
god.
that either. That sounds like a horrible plan.
No.
I think one person having ate the grapes, even though it did not seem like a bad idea to eat them at the time, and is probably a mistake that everyone makes, is enough people. So it's probably fine, and we're just not gonna worry about the grapes anymore. And I am going to leave. And she gets out a piece of paper and starts scribbling in like as bold letters as she can manage. Seriously, do not eat these. And then in smaller text, it's like, I know the sign makes you want to eat them, but I promise they're evil and unholy and might turn you into a zombie. So don't eat them, even if they're really good. And then she puts it on the wall and stands around, brushes her hands off from dirt, and is like, okay.
If that sign says what I think it says, because I cannot read, it would be even more tempting to eat those grapes
Really?
because of two signs.
That's what I was worried about. Oh, I was hoping maybe
look.
the
we could warn somebody nearby to keep an eye out and make sure nobody's eating these grapes. Right?
Oh wait, oh the
Riza's-
dragons, the right across the bridge.
Yes, Riza will
Could
take
talk
a
to them.
peek and she's like, look, there's Roha and Saphira. We can just tell them and don't mention why the grapes are bad.
No,
No.
seems pretty important.
It-
No, okay.
Just think we don't want to cause a panic. I do not think
That's-
the court magician would want us to be going around and telling everybody this information.
I guess that's fair.
Thank you. So, repeat after me. We are not going to tell them everything about the grapes. Okay? Repeat after me. We are not going to tell them
You're not going to tell them
about
about
the unholy part of the grapes.
the unholy part of the grapes,
Good.
unless they ask.
No!
Okay, okay,
No! Okay.
okay,
So let's-
okay.
And that goes for you too as well. She's gonna start pointing fingers at Leah and Kagox. We do
I've
not want
already
cause-
forgotten what we've talked about.
Good! I like
I
that.
won't be the one telling them anything, so...
Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, actually, you guys just stay right here. Just stay right here.
It's not
Just
fair.
Cerise's gonna walk, but then remember what Kagox has been persistent about and pick up one leg and start hopping and just looking at the ground.
That brings me the deepest joy.
Me too, honestly. It's really funny.
And then she's going,
Zero context for that for people who missed that episode. They're just, like imagine
It's what you have to do.
somebody accidentally skipped that session, and they're just like,
why?
why do
Like,
they
what
keep
in the world?
why do they keep jumping on one leg every time they walk across the bridges? Is it like the bridge is like cursed or something?
The rule of the land, you have to hop on one leg.
Yeah,
Right.
so you make your way over the bridge to approach Sphera, who's kind of like fruitlessly tilling the soil. And she looks up at you and says, "Oh, hello. Was there something you needed? Or maybe
Hi.
news about?"
No, unfortunately, no news yet.
Oh,
We
oh,
are
well, that's
working
all.
on
That's
it.
all right. I'm sure you're working hard, and I really don't want to be too much of a bother.
No, you're not a bother at all. We are making some progress, and as soon as things sort themselves out and we find something, we'll let you know as soon as possible.
Oh,
But,
well, that's great then. Did you have other business with me then?
Yes, this is very important, but
All right.
one, I need to ask you, and I need you to be honest with me. Have over there, and she's pointing to where the others are and where the grapes are. You've seen those grapes, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to eat any of those?
No, of course not. There was a sign that said not to.
Shut up, Saphira!
She's like,
Whatever.
she's like, okay, good. You haven't seen anybody else eat them, right? Maybe you might have spotted Rohan being naughty and eating them or something. I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't think Raha ate any. But
Okay.
again, I'm not out here watching them 24/7.
Poor fellow. Anyway, so if you could inform Roha, and if you could also do me this favor, don't let anyone under any circumstance eat those grapes. I know there's a sign, but some people might not
Lots of people actually.
follow. Some people might not, see it, read it, ignore it. But I need, if you could just do that, it's important, please.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. If I see anyone lingering near them, I'll make sure I give them a shout. I suppose I've become the foremost expert in lousy fruit around here.
Well, hopefully not for long if we have any say in the matter, all right?
Hopefully, but yes, I'll mention it to Roja as well, so he can keep an eye out.
Good. Thank you.
And thank you for your continued efforts and trying to help me out. I really do appreciate it.
Of course, we'll do what we can. And may Fortuna smile upon you.
Thank you, and again, good luck with your search.
Alright, and with that, Teresa starts heading back over to the rest of the gang.
Does she hop?
And she hops, yes.
Okay.
She does in fact make sure she might forget maybe like right around here, and then she's like, oh wait. And then she'll pick up her own leg and start hopping across. Hop, 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 hop. She'll let out a okay. I inform Saphira, and she will inform Roja, and then we'll make sure nobody touches the grapes.
Okay.
Alright. Now, if you guys don't mind, I think we should really get back to the court magician as quickly as we can.
Yeah. How do we? I guess we can just go there, right? Like we
Yeah.
don't need to make a big deal and have a
Yeah, well-
letter or anything.
To remind you, you were told that Alicia would kind of instruct Aja to let you guys back in if you approach.
Okay. Work.
Very well.
Do you
And
think
if you're go ahead.
Is she this bird over here?
He's every
Which
bird.
bird?
Oh
Birds are fake.
I wave at the bird. Is it
All the
looking
birds
at
are
us?
government spies. They're all working for the Merry Swans.
Oh my god. What was that like meme from a while ago? It's like the birds work for the bourgeois.
Isn't there actually a website for it?
Yeah, birdsaren'treal.com.
Nice, I remember.
There was a billboard. Yeah.
Wait, who said birds are real? It's a conspiracy.
They're not. They're
They-
government
they-
spies. They're drones.
They
You ever
work
seen a
for the
baby
government.
pigeon? No. There's a very real and logical and reason for why you don't see baby pigeons. They do exist, but that's always funny to say.
So if your business is concluded at the old abandoned illicit alchemy lab, then you can turn your attention northward to wind back across the canal and head for the Merry Swa estate.
Nice.
We fast travel because we've been there before.
Yeah.
Very well. So I'll just bring you back to your map, and Tina unfurls the map to make sure that you're going the right way. So we'll wrap up here, but we just will kind of give ourselves an idea of what we're gonna do next time, so I can make sure that I have an idea. So I think we've done everything on that current path, so we'll draw a new one. So you guys are currently down here in the stilts.
We are.
So you're gonna you intend to head right back to the Merry Swa estate, so you can just wind your way back up, across the canal, through here, up to the estate, and then once you conclude your business there, which is informing her of what you found, right? Yeah, that's what you want to do. Plus, you want to give her the components and have her brew up something to help the farmers. Once you conclude your business there, where do you imagine you'll go? Just you don't have to stick to it next time, but if you give me an idea, it helps me a little bit.
we want to.
I mean,
rob
mostly everything is
Greta.
prepped anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
Right.
it's just nice
But
to have
in
an
that-
idea so I can think
Yeah.
about it for the week.
Yeah. But we want to rob Greta,
Greta.
right?
Yeah.
Greta.
When it's like a
Greta.
little bit like evening time when she
Right.
wouldn't be there.
Teresa would probably vote for the Abbey. Dealing with an unholy garbage. Go to church.
Yeah. We also, guys, we gotta figure out who the fuck is blackmailing them, but I don't even know
How
where to
many more
start with
days
that.
do we have?
Not a
Because,
lot. It's not a lot. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where to like go or how to start. Like, I don't know.
My
Oh,
my
man.
my guess, who has eyes all around the city? Court magician might be able to
That's
help,
true. I feel like she's a very valuable asset.
right? And
We could
just
ask
did-
her
We just
a big
got a lot
favor.
of yeah.
a lot of brownie
We could-
points. So
That's
Sure,
right.
you guys
that's
were
right.
wise to feed the pelican almond
Yeah.
because you made a friend,
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
very powerful friend.
hell yeah.
Nice. I thought we were just feeding a pelican.
I knew it all along. Not actually.
Not actually, no. No.
Anthena will
I-
pretend like she knew it all along. She did not.
All right,
But
so
yeah.
you're saying you would like to visit the Mary Swa estate,
And then
discuss
maybe
things
hit
with
up-
her about all that you've experienced, see what she thinks about stuff. You could ask her about basically just anything you want. Get what info you have. Then, depending on kind of what you learn from her, you could head to the Abbey potentially.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think it's probably well past midday, kind of more approaching the afternoon into the evening. So you could just probably head for Greta's after that if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would
That
it be
sounds
dark
good.
enough?
Yeah. Well, we just need her to be gone.
You
I think.
you could do all that, then rest a little bit if you wanted. Find a safe
We-
spot to
I-
rest,
Yeah.
and then go for
You know,
Greta's.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we need to rest,
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, you could even
Uh,
ask to rest at the Mary Swa estate if you wanted, but
Yes,
That'd be
please.
nice.
That'd
just
be
I
nice.
mean, at some point during your day before you go to Greta's, you could rest.
Okay. That sounds good because.
And then it would be kind of a couple hours later, and you would be kind of in the twilight hour and go for Greta's.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
yeah, that
wait.
sounds like a decent plan. Unless
Oh,
you got
wait,
anything
will
else.
we have time to go to the church though?
Yeah,
Unless
it's
we don't
fine.
want.
Yeah.
They're all fairly close together, so it wouldn't take too much.
Okay.
Like you'd walk across the city, which would take you half an hour or so, and then you could do a couple things close together, rest a little bit until it's kind of nightfall, and then go.
Okay, cool.
I think that's reasonable enough because I don't think I said it was like super late in the day. I think I said you guys did your meeting early and then you went right down there and so it would only be kind of afternoon. You'd have some time.
Cool.
That sounds like a plan then.
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Even though all that stuff is already done, and that's all. Fair. But it's good to know so I can kind of just mull it over in my brain for the whole week and think about little ideas here and there. Anyways,
Booyah.
yeah, so we will leave it here for tonight. I almost always forget to say this, so I'm gonna say it right now. You guys can level up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally. This is huge, guys.
So I'm
Hooray.
very, very bad. I'm very prone to going, oh yeah. After they do this combat encounter, they'll level up, and then by the time we hit the end of the session, I completely forget and have to just like message the group chat the next day to be like, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot you can level up, and I always forget to say it on stream. So sometimes I'm sure
He doesn't want
people
us to
will-
level up. That's all. That's all it
People
is.
will watch the VODs and be like, oh, they must have leveled up off stream, but it's like it's because I forgot. I'm notoriously bad about that. So I'm trying to be better. About announcing it on stream so that the chat can also know when you guys are leveling up. But anyways, okay. So level up. If you got any questions about things, level wise, please don't hesitate to ask. If you want to know, Rika, what spells do or something like that, or what would if a spell would be a good choice for you or something like that. If you want to know the my opinion on that, please don't hesitate to ask. I will be eager to help. So yeah, by next session, and I guess we should mention, does anything interfere with next week same time?
Nope.
Off the top of our
Hopefully
heads.
not. No. Why
I should be good. I don't think I have to go to the fair next week. Not until Thursday, so I will double check and get back to you. But mark me in as a yes.
Okay, yeah, we'll pencil it down as a yes, and if anything changes, let me know. So yeah, next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we will pencil ourselves in for another session. So chat, that's when you can tune in for the next episode. If you want to go and get caught up, if you're just kind of getting into this campaign, my VOD channel is on YouTube. Tried to type archive, almost typed Ardbert. Final Fantasy
about him all the time.
mental illness.
Stop! Don't say his
I think about him every
name.
day. I think about him all the time.
I'm looking at my sticker of him right now.
But yeah, so the VOD channel's there. Not just for this campaign. There's a whole lot of campaigns on there. So if you like D&D, there's a lot of different recorded VODs of different campaigns and the sessions within. From small short one-shots to little mini campaigns we did in Spelljammer settings to there's even a Christmas World War One one, which sounds
I miss it
sounds
every day.
unhinged, but I promise it's pure cinema.
Every day I miss it.
I might
so
bring it
good.
back for this coming Christmas because I had a lot of fun with it.
Let me in. Let me come back. Can I come back? Can I come back? Please.
Maybe
Let me in.
other people will get priority, I guess, but if no one wants to join or they are busy around Christmas, which
Yeah.
understandable, then we'll try to fit it in because I did have a good time last time, and I kind of want to expand upon that setting. What a strange setting that was, but it actually kind of went pretty hard though.
It
Anyway,
was pretty crazy.
that was called Operation Silent Night. If you want to go watch it,
Oh my. That's pretty great.
it was good. Anyways, there's lots of very chaotic stuff. Most of it's in the living world of Grand Lorien, if you're wondering why the channel's called that. But I am called Charlemagne, because Grand Lorien's not my name, despite what you may hear people call me on the channel.
Oops, sorry, Gran.
I don't mind it. I think it's
Charlemagne.
funny, and I was full well aware that people would probably end up calling me Gran or Granlow or something like that. So I really don't mind it at all. I think it's funny. But yes, I'm Charlemagne Shackleford, and this is the Living World of Grand Lorien. So thank you for tuning in, and have a good night. Thank you for watching chat. Thanks for playing players.
Thank
And,
you.
Host and hoster.
Thank you.
Yeah.
have a good night. As for streams, I don't know. Are we doing an Elden Ring? We didn't even talk about it.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that.
Well, maybe we are doing one. We'll discuss
Maybe.
it. I'd like to.
Yeah.
And I'm free, but
Me too.
we'll figure out the plans and we'll do it probably sometime around the weekend if it's gonna happen. Anyways.
Yeah.
If not, maybe I'll supplement it with something else. We'll play something else. But yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the week. So have a good night, chat. Oh, I forgot to go over here. We were just looking at the map. That's all right. The map is pretty too. Anyways, have a good night, chat. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Tucks you into bed and kisses your forehead and reads you a bedtime story. Good night.